with? Are we gonna like open up with some badass music?
Ding, 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 bwim, bwim. You can now ride a shark.
You can't.
Welcome to the podcast!
Wow, it feels like forever since we've done one of these. Again. Stares at somebody in the room. So,
Gideon.
Gideon.
He's not like shitty, and I've used that joke before.
Actually, funny enough, if we didn't even say anything, people wouldn't even know.
Exactly, I was trying to pass the blame.
Like
Hitler did in World War II.
Like football.
No, he claimed that shit hard. And
he passed the blame for Germany's failures on a whole race of people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about American history and world history and
German history.
German history.
We were talking about American Hitler. That cannot be the name of the episode. No one will watch it.
American Hitler. It's just Jonah with like a Hitler stash.
I can't grow the hair there.
That's why it's funny.
Grow hair everywhere but there.
Nega Hitler. This is an interesting start to this conversation.
Yeah. You love everyone, but you're just really bad at being a leader.
So,
and art.
Weekly recap. We're going to start off strong. Podcast is hopefully going to be short. I really don't want to make it a fucking 6-hour podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
Oh, well, that's be the bed because I have to work in the morning. But you recap because you've done the most shit within the week.
Okay, so I've been, other than working a bit, we've
all been working.
Yeah, we've all been working. That's going to be brought up.
That's like all of me and Scott's weekly recaps. It was work.
I have the least hours out of everybody in this household, so I got the most time to play video games.
Video games!
And Jonah recently traded Mortal Kombat and a webcam on rent for Bloodborne. Which is really fucking elementary school, like...
Showed you my snack pack for your cheese crackers.
Trade you this gory game for this gory game.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but only if I get to borrow your picture machine. But I've been playing a shit ton of Bloodborne, and oh my god. And they can back me up on this. Day 2, after fucking playing Bloodborne, I was like, this is the game of 2015 for me.
Have you kept a death counter?
I haven't, but I want to say it's at least in the 30s.
Wow. Well, yeah, you had trouble with that one boss.
I had so much trouble with Bloodstarved Beast. Oh my god, fuck that boss.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, the boss after that, I killed after my second try. Like, third try for that boss, and I may have cheaped it out with the Flame Sprayer. For people who know what Bloodborne is. Yeah, I cheaped it out. I don't fucking care.
It's like using the Megaton Hammer against Darklink.
Yeah. The Megaton Hammer?
He can't copy the Megaton Hammer's moves, so he doesn't attack when you use it.
I thought you were like, why am I using a Fallout weapon? I've also been playing a little bit of Fallout 3 because I've never really played...
I've been coaching him through that.
I have never played Fallout before. I mean, I have played a little bit of Fallout 3, but I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, so... I don't hate this game, but I want to like this game.
Scott's getting drinks for everyone.
I like Fallout 3. I like Fallout New Vegas. I like Fallout Tactics. I like Fallout 1 and 2. And I'm super fucking stoked for Fallout 4. It's going to be great.
You want to start this conversation now?
No, we're going to get... I have so much to talk about Fallout 4 because I have a hard-on.
I have so much to talk about Phantom Pain.
Me and Scott also fucking hit our jobs in Final Fantasy XIV.
I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud
I'm
of
White
them.
Mage! Add me. I'm Kruggadug Rickelbach. I'm not putting a way to spell it. Find me.
Our server is Diabolos, North America. So if you play on that server and you're watching this, add us, and you can join our...
Free company.
Free company that's pretty much dead,
Dead.
Dead.
No one loves
Dead.
us.
No, it's pretty much just like us right now, but we wanted to get it to like a thanks for play,
like
a fan thing. Kind of like what Game Grumps did with WoW, except we don't want to be that big.
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle that many people.
I could. Let me do it.
We're the Midgarden Aeons.
We're the Midgarden Aeons, and our tag is Baron, which is a combination of all of our favorite Final Fantasies. If you don't know what our favorite Final Fantasies are, go back to podcast number 2, you pleb.
Yeah, and Baron is also
is it podcast number 2?
I think so, actually.
Damn.
Baron is also a really good tagline. because we have no one in it.
It's not spelled that way though.
Shut up.
I have been playing a fuck ton of Final Fantasy 14. So much so that in one day I gained like
7 levels.
Yeah, 7 to 10 levels. Got my job almost and everything. And I've been playing everything on Steam. If you're down to play on Steam, I'm also Ben Corbin. I think we all have the same names.
Idle to win.
Idle to win.
Idle to win on Dust Force.
I think you're actually still playing Dust Force.
faster than light.
You're still playing faster than light.
You were still playing.
I got on Steam yesterday to play New Vegas, and I was like, "Who's on? Scott's on. Why is he playing faster than light?" And you're in bed, and I'm like, "What?"
He does that shit in his sleep.
I play FTL so pro. Like, I do this shit while I'm sleeping, man. No, but FTL is a fantastic game for just, like, relaxing. It's also kind of fun to stream and just talk about.
You get mad at?
Dust Force has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard for 2013. Like...
This is alcoholic. I was not ready for that. I was like, oh, he just poured Coke out for me. That's nice.
You told me you wanted something to drink.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, there's someone...
is that Kraken?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Kraken?
I didn't put Kraken in a fucking Kool-Aid.
I would notice that.
I thought you made it the same.
Green now.
I can't see that. Okay.
Fun fact for anybody who doesn't know, I like to make drinks. I was going to be a bartender at one point in time in my life, and I decided to steer away from that because it wasn't financially stable for me. So I just make drinks for my friends.
And he's good at it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So no, honestly, for most of me, Jonah, and Zach's week, we've been playing Final Fantasy 14. Or weeks. Because we didn't upload last Saturday, so since when this goes up, we will still be playing a fuck ton of Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, yeah. You'll probably be level 50 by then.
Yeah, hopefully. That's the goal. But my weekly recap has just basically been FTL, Dust Force, and just the hype train.
Yeah.
Like, Final Fantasy VII Remake, oh my god. Like, come on. Because the last podcast that went up
was before E3. The Saturday before
so
E3.
The only thing that we talked about was like, oh my god, Fallout 4 has been released, and Jonah's over here having a hard on. I'm like, yeah, I got Phantom Pain, and Zach's like, Splatoon and Bloodborne, and
my games are already out, I just have no money.
I'm sitting back like 3 months. I'm Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a minute. Jonah, what did you do with your week?
My week consisted of dragging 2 noobs in Final Fantasy XIV through the mud.
At least I have a car.
Dude,
Wow.
we didn't play with Gideon that much.
Oh, fuck you, Gideon! He doesn't even watch these.
He's here to defend himself. He's just not going to say anything. Isn't that right, fucker?
Yeah. Let's go snore some more.
Okay, so the lore that we're trying to start with Gideon is that he's the silent protagonist. He's the vault dweller.
Because he never comes out of his room.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, so I bought both. For Scott's birthday, I bought him Final Fantasy XIV, and I bought Zach Final Fantasy XIV because I feel like it was a game they would enjoy, and they just needed to experience it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I enjoy playing with people, and the people that I was playing with just quit.
Stopped playing.
They took a hiatus without me knowing.
And now he guilts us into playing.
So I guilted them into playing.
Actually,
bought them their first month, so they would at least play a month.
I willingly played with Jonah. I have to argue this. I willingly played with Jonah because me and Jonah's gameplay idea was generally the same thing. And when we talked about the free company, we were like, hey, let's do something that we're all going to enjoy that could have a serious undertone to it. The group we came from, I'm not going to say their names, or the name of the free company, but the free company's name was not pleasant.
No. It was something that none of us really agree with. Like,
Zach stopped doing it. I don't do it anymore.
Now you're getting into a bit of what it is. Let's just...
It was drug related. We can pop that in there.
Don't fucking drop that bomb. Zach used to do it. Fuck you.
You know what? I used to smoke marijuana. I will say that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
In high school, I did.
It's weed.
I got $10 down. If you could bring one person to me legitimately, they could be like, hey, he's just going to type to somebody like, hey, say that I did this.
Where'd you inhale it from?
Yeah, you don't inhale shit.
I meant his nose.
Just stick a bong up my nose.
It's going with a joint. That'd be easier to fit.
but it would burn.
I like
Wrong and stupid.
Alright, so I like how the joke started off pretty nice, but you dug your own hole.
You rolled your own joint.
Joint just with the burning end up your nose.
That's how you get the best
The
high.
dankest kush.
It's like incense. He's just shoving the fucking smoke in.
It's literally in a sense. Okay.
I can see you typing to them saying, "Hey, say this real quick."
Okay. Anyway, so that's what we've done all week, right?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
there
yeah.
Anything
No,
else?
I mean, I got them the game. I enjoy playing with all of them. It's hella fun to play with people, especially when you're in the same room. I love LAN partying. Like,
And when you have a good healer.
yeah.
And a pro
No,
FPS.
no.
You're once we get to Titan, that's when you're challenged.
Okay,
That is your
To
proving
be
point.
I have just
To
been
be
mashing Cure this entire time.
Hold on. I'm gonna defend Zach. I know, shocking, right? I'm gonna defend Zach here and say that I've played with a lot of healers, and most of them have been fucking terrible, really bad.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm trying to take care of something. I'm sorry.
I got Stone Skin. Yeah.
But I still have a lot to work on as far as like. I mean, I should not have started with Dragon.
My DPS rock hard.
I should have been.
Actually, if you're gonna choose a DPS, Dragon's the best to start with.
no, I should have been a tank to start with.
Why? I'm tanking. It's my job. I want it.
Because everybody DPSs.
Well, yeah.
I'm not unique. I'm in the fucking 90%, while you guys are the fucking 5%.
What?
Where's the
Oh,
other
5%.
Oh.
5%. 5%
Okay.
healer, 5% tank.
Okay.
Wow, good catch.
I got it. I did it.
That's the
Well, it's not a matter of like, oh, I'm not unique because I'm being DPS when there is 7, 5.
No,
how many?
you're right. 7.
7 DPSs in the game, and how many healers? 3.
3 healers and 3
3?
tanks.
That's with the fucking
Expansion.
expansion. There was 2 healers, and
2.
scholars suck.
They do.
There's 1 healer in the game. It's White Mage.
Astrologist are really good at healing.
Really?
Astrologians.
Don't they
Astrologians. They
astronomers?
Bitch, back up. You're like stepping in my zone here.
they proc off of regens,
Remember you telling me about that?
and it's really interesting because like their regens stack, and as they stack, they get progressively better.
Well,
No, I mean like
you get buffs for them. Like there's combo healing.
right.
Holy shit, that's really awesome.
So if someone dies, do you think the astrologians find out whose fault it is because it's in the stars?
Uh,
I just thought of
do
that.
astrologians summon the lunar whale for their special?
I hope so.
You said it was that.
You said it was in the game.
You said it was. You said it was
Bismarck.
Final
calm
Fantasy
down.
IV, the expansion. That is exactly what you said.
It
And if
is.
Lunar Whale isn't in this, then Square Enix hates black people.
What?
I don't know.
They have a
Oh,
Dark
right.
Knight and a Black Mage.
I'm the one that can't say offensive shit on the podcast. Fuck you, Scott. But I'll just drop that bomb. Should not have gave that.
Your move, Square Enix.
Your move screen. Final Fantasy VII remake. What's going on?
Barrett's in it. Shit, they're right.
Okay.
No, Zach's the racist.
We could just segue into E3, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
Final Fantasy
recap.
VII remake.
We're gonna recap E3 and skip Final Fantasy VII remake.
No, we're not gonna fuck yourself.
No, let's talk
So-
about
Oh,
that
sorry,
first.
We're
save
getting-
it for the end.
We're getting a whole HD remake.
Yeah, it's not just like a
It's not a port.
it's not
It's
a
not
yeah,
an HD port. It's not. It's
it's a ground up.
I'm so fucking excited for the SSX Tricky S mini game.
it's gonna be great.
It's
they're
gonna
gonna
be
do it right.
fucking amazing.
And they have 6-axis in the controllers, so I wonder if they're gonna implement that.
That'd be
There's
fucking
just so much you
sweet.
could do. And then on top of that,
Split
you still
that shit.
you still get the cross-dressing scene. You
And the
still-
massage scene.
You still get the massage scene. As far as we know, they're not cutting out anything from the Hyperion. Aerith's death is gonna. Okay,
Literally, my ringtone's gonna be Air's Death in HD.
you can't have a death in HD.
Yes, you can.
It's not gonna sound like anything.
It's not gonna sound terrible, like it does on the PS2.
I know that there's gonna be some voice acting for that now.
Yeah.
We're getting voice acting for the whole game.
If Liam O'Brien's not in it, I riot.
Who would he?
Sephiroth.
Well, I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean,
Liam Neeson for Sid.
he's
That actually wouldn't be bad. I said it.
Billy Ray Cyrus for
The
Sid.
only, Fine, I don't care. The only character I have actually a specific voice for is Barrett. If it's not Mr. T,
okay.
I'm gonna be so fucking mad because when they made Final Fantasy VII,
he was modeled after Mr. T, right?
Exactly. That he is the big burly black guy that talks just like. If he said "I pity the fool" one time, you would have known.
I don't want to say you're wrong because there's a very good opportunity that they'll approach them. I just want to see that go down. These Japanese executives, or the interns of Japanese executives, walking to Mr. T's front door, ringing the doorbell, and saying, "Hey, would you like to be in this weeaboo-ass game?"
Dude, what was the last thing he was in? He needs the money.
Fair. The A-Team reboot when he wasn't in the A-Team reboot, and he was the only one that wasn't in the A-Team reboot that was in the original A-Team.
Is he still alive? So his brother just confirmed that Jonah indeed did do some gnarly stuff back in high school. Wow! That is polar fucking opposite from what I...
skateboard. That's some gnarly stuff.
I had a metal skateboard.
Ow.
It doesn't sound remotely comfortable.
It was a steel skateboard.
That sounds fucking awful.
I wanted to be metal as fuck.
Now you just tell Jake, be like, Jake, listen to this part of the podcast. We mentioned you.
Congratulations, Jake. You're in the podcast now. You've made it.
Jake, confirm whether or not metal skateboard. Next topic. No. Still Final Fantasy VII. What else do you want to gush about?
There's so much to gush about, but I'm not going to.
Are you excited to see Knights of the Round, Omni Slash?
Yes. Oh my God, Knights of the Round is going to be great. Give us a skip option though, because after like the 5th or 6th time, it's like
you're just like walk. You set down the controller, go make yourself a 5-course meal.
Because quad magic, Knights of the Round, mimic. I'm gonna go and do this. I'm gonna let this go for like the next.
And see you later, Emerald Weapon.
15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, what if I just had an epiphany, and Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon, right?
Those might not be in it.
Really?
Think about it this way: the reason why they were in it the first time was because of the Japanese trying to make that game exceedingly hard. Gamers nowadays do not want to see a level of difficulty that is exceeding their mental capacity. I could play it. A lot of us could play it. But players nowadays don't want to see that. Final Fantasy XIII didn't get the best reviews, but they're so used to having games fed to them that if you fucking go against something that has 1,000,000 HP, and you're like, how do I beat this? And you never do, even if it's an optional thing, like it's just kind of a turnoff to some players. I want to see it. Emerald would look fucking great in HD.
I was actually going to bring up, what if they made a new weapon for the remake? Because they weren't storyline driven, were they?
Nope.
Then they could. They could just fucking pop that shit in. Yeah. And just make them Pokemon.
It would be Ruby in the desert, Emerald in the sea, Sapphire in the sky. And because you... Oh my God.
Sounds like a Beatles song.
No. I just realized something I didn't even think about. The High Wind. Do you know how beautiful this game's going to look like when you're actually in the High Wind? Yeah, I love Dragoons. That has nothing to do with it. That's Sid Highwind.
Check your privilege. 1.
Sid Highwind is the first Dragoon of Dragons.
Oh my God!
Look, you are entitled to your Final Fantasy IV fandom, and that is entirely okay. I am getting a remake.
I know.
I'm focusing on my remake. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
Airships are kind of cool.
Yeah, airships are cool.
They're as neat as like an entire flying military base.
Or a whale. But
yeah, we got a whale. What do you have?
A flying military base.
Let's put my whale.
Magic circles.
Let's put my whale against your military base.
I'm sure whale would lose because whale would die because whale is living and military base does not live.
I did see a
military
picture
base
online.
Only militaries.
I did see a picture online of DLC for Aerith Lives.
That joke that
Yeah, have you both seen that?
Purchase the Aerith Lives DLC for $49.99.
I don't think it'd be that much, first of all. But say they did do that. Say that they did do that. I would not do it.
I would get the worst reviews of all time.
Yeah. Because, there's so much emotional drawback from Aerith dying, and not even, gameplay.
Spoiler alert for the 18 years it's been out.
Aerith dies. Red 13's dad is the thing.
It's clobbering time.
Oh my God, you're going through all this shit, and I'm just thinking of it all in HD, and I can feel myself, like, I need buckets
Are you going to get as rock hard as Red 13's dad?
I'm gonna need a soft after this.
Is that too fucking real for you?
It's just gonna look so goddamn good. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look
fantastic. It's because it's a fantasy.
It's just gonna. Why do you keep doing the Legend of Zelda fucking tune? Stop.
I keep getting confused with the Final Fantasy one. When you start it for every fucking game.
The crystal theme?
The prelude. Thank you very much. Crystal theme.
It's called the
fucking new gen.
It's been called the crystal
theme.
It's been
called the prelude since fucking 1.
I can't wait to see the Shiva sisters in it.
Why are you turning towards your computer with nothing?
Because I made a Final Fantasy 13 reference and no one caught it except Jonah.
So Scott didn't catch it, but I caught it, but I didn't care.
Anyway.
I can't wait to see Alexander. I'm sorry, but the way, like, growing up with Alexander from 8, where he looks like he doesn't, like, actually have, like, a face.
Yeah.
And then you go to just 7, where he has just, like, those glowing blue eyes. It's like, he's... And it's not that it's a bad design for 7.
I was like, that's a good design.
No, it's a great design. It's just weird seeing him more personified.
I like it. I like the fact that he's a representation of holy. You
right.
know? Like, that's what he is. So... There's just so much good coming from Final Fantasy VII that I'm excited to see.
He's Team Big Bad Cleric.
When's it come out? 17? Or 16?
There is no release date for it yet, but if they're gonna do it, it'd probably be 2017. Because we'd get it in 2 years, and we'd get it on the 20th anniversary.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But even the fucking director,
or in
Takashi, was like, what the fuck's going on here? Why am I directing this? Because, you know, where I didn't know he was doing it.
Yeah.
One thing that's gonna bother me that I haven't brought up yet because I haven't thought about a solid answer for it. But here's the question part of it: the music. No matter what you say, even people that fucking hate 7 talk about how good the music is.
Yeah, it's good music.
It's good music.
I don't know how they're gonna do it for the remake.
I
don't want to hear it orchestrated. I don't think orchestrated would sound good. Don't go dubstep. I like dubstep, but I don't think it would fit with this industrial era, you know. They can't do MIDI.
I think... I mean, they don't have to do a whole... Like, they don't have to pick a genre and then stick with that genre for the whole game, because Final Fantasy VII alone, the soundtrack goes through very many genres.
Right.
I mean, from...
I think they're going to do some parts orchestrated.
Like,
I think they are.
Like, the beginning of... Like, Video Games Live, their rendition of One Wing Angel is great. I think if they just copied and pasted that into the game, everyone would be happy with that, because that's a great version of that song. It's orchestrated, and it's, like, heavy metal, and it's...
There's so many renditions out there for the...
I got a Baptist choir to sing with them.
That's pretty tight.
Anyways, they have a lot of renditions of One Winged Angel. I'm not even looking at that. I'm looking at, like some of my personal favorites. Cosmo Canyon. Buried in the Snow. Because the Arctic area is terrible. The only reason why I can make it through is because I like the music so much.
Oh, man. Scott. The Golden Saucer. The Golden Saucer in HD.
You can have that in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, but I won't leave. Because if they have all the mini-games from Final Fantasy 7... I will literally just sit there and fucking play those.
What if they have all the mini games from Final Fantasy VII and Triple Triad? It's all I have for my game, Scott. I'm holding on to it. Everything else is garbage. Except for the GFs.
The Gold Saucer only had like 4 or 5 playable mini games.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is in the remake they actually make the whole Gold Saucer like the shindig, you know. But anyways. I'm not going to talk about it much more because there's no reason to go into it. Jonah fucking hates 7. Zach could care less. And I'm going to keep geeking out about it until we find out more.
Look at his gunplate.
Before we go into fucking Ghost Limb.
In the shell.
Ghost Limb in the shell. Fallout 4.
I'm super excited. Every detail that gets, like, brought out about it, like, gets me so hyped. Like, the 40-minute gameplay trailer that they did at E3.
I didn't actually watch that.
It's amazing. You can sprint. You can fly a vertibird. You can do all these things. Your power armor actually has a power.
What the fuck's a vertibird?
Now your dog's real, right? It's not Robo.
It's not a robot
dog.
Right, like in Fallout 3, you get a real dog.
Do you?
Yeah, in New
Dog
Vegas,
is
you get a robotic dog. He's half robotic.
Okay, now we have 2 games going back to back here.
Right.
Phantom Pain also gives you Diamond Dog, which is a wolf.
Yeah.
I just found out recently that if Diamond Dog dies, he's dead for the rest of the game.
That's not the case in Fallout 4. The dog in Fallout 4, who we will just name as Dogmeat, because that's the name of every dog besides New Vegas dog,
Right.
which is Rex.
Yeah, I know Dogmeat.
Is Dogmeat. Dogmeat just goes unconscious in this game if he runs out of HP.
That's cool.
He cannot die in this game. Now, the speculation is that they're just going to kill him off in a cutscene.
I would prefer that.
I think I would cry a lot.
That's fine. It's supposed
I
to
think
be
I
an
would play
emotional
the game up to that point, turn it off, restart it, and then just play the game up to that point again. And then that's where the game ends. It just ends unresolved, but you got your doggy.
Now, the thing is, they never say that the dog is pivotal to the story either. Because every dog has been optional. Every
Right.
companion's optional. Like, that's
Kind of, but the Vault Dweller doesn't have any sort of communication with anybody, does he?
the one you were playing now.
Yeah.
He
He gets unthawed and he's released from 111.
I mean,
he
I
has
guess his
his robot.
And his robot's actually
The
going to...
first thing he talks
I imagine
to.
his robot's going to be really pivotal.
Who
to
does
story.
the best joke ever. You're 200 years late for dinner, sir.
I think just because, like, they showed the... Like, has there ever been any other Fallout where they show any companion in the trailer that's cinematic?
For the poster of Fallout 3, before anything else came out for it, was your character and a dog walking down a road.
Okay.
It looked like the I Am Legend cover. But
Now I have to restart and make my character Will Smith. Thank you.
no problem. I made a character Will Smith.
Good.
So I like companions are always optional in that game because they want people to have the choice of either feeling completely alone in the wasteland or forming these bonds with other survivors and working with them, whether it be good or evil. Like
Oh, people!
Can you get
I
ghoul
kill people all the
companions?
time.
in Fallout 3, there is a ghoul companion. His name
Good.
is Sharon.
Good. His name is Sharon?
Charon, like the keeper of the underworld.
I hate people in general.
You find him in the underworld. That's weird.
That being said, though,
That's
I
not weird. That's
would
intended.
love the dog. I would love the dog companion.
Oh yeah.
But like I was trying to say earlier, if they kill him off in a cutscene, though, I would be okay with that.
I would be okay with it too.
Because if he
As long as
dies in
it's near the
Phantom
end of the
Pain,
game.
I'm gonna be pissed off. Like, fuck! I messed up this mission. My dog died. I made it through the mission unexpectedly. I get moved through autosave. Dog's dead. Fuck me.
Restart the game.
Restart the whole game.
I won't do that.
I think, but the screenshots we've had, he's wearing armor, correct? He's wearing like a vest.
Diamond Dog?
Yeah,
I think he has a vest.
like a bulletproof vest,
I think
like a
so.
Kevlar. So I don't think he'll be that easy to kill. If they're gonna make it like that, they can't make him like it's a dog. Shoot him in the face. He's dead.
Yeah.
Like
I think every companion you can get, because you can get, so far, you can get a horse, and you can get a dog, and you have a wide variety of people that join you, like Quiet,
Why are they-
Ocelot, Huey.
Yeah.
It's also rumored.
It's also rumored you can get a shark.
With
Zach
an eye patch. There's
No.
Okay.
No.
This is probably fake as shit.
no,
But there is a GIF of
I've seen it. Oh my god.
the one of him
Yes.
riding the shark with the eye patch.
Yes.
I'm so 99% sure that it is fake, but there's that 1% chance that's like Diamond Shark.
Kojima. Fuck Kojima. Oh,
Wait, what
wait.
is a sapphire shark?
What did he say? Kojima can go fuck himself.
But yeah,
David
so
Hayter.
yeah, Fallout 4 is going to be great. It looks great. The storyline that they've released so far looks great. It looks original. It's not rehashing another Fallout, which is what I was afraid of.
Did we talk about New York, Boston?
Yes,
Was that previous podcast?
that was
Yeah.
when the trailer. That's when the trailer came out for it.
That was also when I talked about Android Horse.
Yeah,
Because I'm still equally excited to see. Like,
I think they could do a lot with the DLC. And they've always taken advantage of the DLC. I mean, in Fallout 3 alone, you go to Point Lookout, which is in Massachusetts. You go to Pittsburgh. You go to it's called the Pit.
Of course it is.
You go
we call
to
the fucking Berg. Nice little neighborhood. Super mutants are taking their fucking centaurs out for walks.
You go to Alaska, in Operation Anchorage.
Can you go to Shadow Moses Island?
No, it's a virtual reality simulation
Fallout 4, Metal Gear.
of when the Chinese invade America, but you still go to Anchorage.
Weird.
It's awesome. It's my favorite DLC.
That's some fucking Red Dawn
That's
shit.
some reboot shit.
But you know, in New Vegas, you go all over. So I mean, they always take advantage of it, and I think they always do a good job with their DLC.
Okay, what are you most excited for?
In Fallout 4?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pick one thing.
Gun customization?
No. You can name your guns.
Ooh.
I mean,
Ooh.
I think right now the thing I'm most excited for right now
is having a shotgun named Shoots Magoots.
Shut the fuck up, Zach, when I talk. What are you most excited for, Jonah?
is that finally we get to see and not just read about the Midwest branch of the Brotherhood of Steel, because their
You're not
symbol,
wrong. Yeah.
their symbol is in the trailer, so they're there. They
Or their
actually,
symbol is, at least.
I really wanted to hear more about the androids. It's kind of exciting.
it's they're gonna be a
Yeah.
They're gonna be in it,
storyline
yeah.
thing. Or if not, a giant side quest.
oh yeah. I think if I had to have speculation, I think one of the things is Brotherhood of Steel wants android technology, because that's what they're for, is preserving technology. So they want android technology, and the Institute's like, no, this is ours, and that's where the big clash is.
Are you saying that I have to pick between Android or Brotherhood of the Steel?
Yes.
And, well, no, it's not even like you have to pick between Brotherhood of Steel and Android. You have to pick between Brotherhood of Steel and Commonwealth, and androids are caught in the middle.
Yeah.
Androids are the end game. So there's three things here. There's two armies fighting over slaves, in which might be led into a rebellion. So this might be a three-way war. Over
And then
two
the
sides.
Eagles attack.
All
The Eagles attack.
Hold on. Where would you sit at in between
The
those
three
three?
armies.
Huh?
Where would you sit between those three? Where would you go with?
Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay, so same here. What about you?
Androids.
Have you played Fallout 1 and 2?
Yeah.
So you know the Brotherhood of Steel are the bad guys in those games?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure because people who have played 3 are like, Brotherhood of Steel is so awesome, look at their armor, oh my god, Enclave's
Wait,
bad.
This is
They're
the same
good
guy.
guys in Fallout 3?
They're the good guys in Fallout 3, yeah.
This is the same guy that plays Renegade in Mass Effect.
That's true.
This is the same guy that kills people in Skyrim because I get fucking bored. But I
And
play the good guy in Grand Theft Auto.
you obey the traffic lights.
Like, yeah, like, it's really weird.
It's,
But Brotherhood of Steel, I really like them.
and the Midwestern branch is really weird because they are detached from every other... They don't take orders from any other... They're kind of like outcasts, but they're still considered Brotherhood.
I don't think I'm going to blow up Megaton.
Okay.
Good talk. I'm glad we talked you through that.
I just realized, like... initially I was going to blow up Megaton. I was like, yeah, I want to be an asshole. And I was like, wow, I'm getting emotionally attached to these characters. I want to kill them.
See, I always blow up Megaton.
I never blow up Megaton.
Why?
I'll make a character.
Even
next
in
time.
my full evil playthrough, I didn't blow up Megaton.
You're such a little bitch.
No, there is more, because you cannot blow up Megaton and still go to Tenpenny Tower and do all the quests there and get all the bonuses there.
Yeah, but you have a
But if
chance
you
of
blow
blowing up a fucking town.
I understand that.
I
but
can't
if
do that in real life.
no one, I mean,
Exactly.
You
I can do that in
can.
a game.
like,
Just don't. You physically can.
I don't have a bomb.
The internet.
is a bomb.
Anarchist Cookbook. Glow Blacklist.
Like, coming from a completionist standpoint, it benefits you more not blowing up Megaton.
So when I asked you, hey, should I blow up Megaton? And you were like, I don't know, it's your game. You were really being a dick.
No, I want you to play the game as you want to play
Yes,
it.
he was.
I know.
I want you to play the game as you want to play it.
No, you were. Because, okay, how are you going to be like, grab this bobblehead, grab this bobblehead. Oh, but I'm not going to tell you that you can get a bunch of bonuses for
Okay,
going
what
this
did I
way.
say exactly after? Right
You
after
said
that?
you gave me a pros and cons list, but you didn't tell me that blowing,
10 penny
not
power,
blowing up.
give him bonuses.
Yeah, and you didn't
That's
tell me.
your fault.
You told me that like, oh yeah, everyone's super gonna like you if you blow up Megaton at 10 penny tower, and then you didn't say anything about them not disliking you for not blowing up Megaton. There's just gonna be the one guy who's like, I really want to see that Tom explode.
Alistair Tenpenny. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, yeah. When I end up beating the game and playing through it again, which I feel like I will, because I'm enjoying it. I'll blow up Megaton. Okay.
Sorry,
more chat and no more play with cat.
Sorry.
What's next? We talked about Fallout 4.
The ghost
hurt.
aching.
Ghost ache. So much news about Phantom Pain. I kind of geeked out last time we talked about with Noel being in it.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. I want David Hayter to be a part of it really bad. I'm a part of that train. And there's so many articles coming out now that David Hayter's not a part of it. He's not playing Solid Snake. It's not like that. He's not doing young voice. So
it's fucking Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah. I mean, we get a young Litwood.
How many hours do you think the game's gonna take to beat? Do you think it's gonna be 24?
Man, you got super salty. I'm so excited.
Fuck you, Zach.
I'll take that as a yes.
It's not even that funny. The
It's
game
not
is
funny
looking
because
to be over 100 hours long. It's not 400 like Fallout, but it's at least over 100. It's longer than Ground Zeroes.
Which is like 15
minutes. I can beat it in 13 minutes.
Wow.
That's a bad game. I'm sorry. If you can beat it in 13 minutes,
main story,
and it's not like an indie like 10-level platformer, it's a bad game.
You know what you're saying,
that's 13 minutes of main story without doing all the bonus shit.
You know what you're saying, Jonah?
I'm sorry if your bonus shit is a required to make the game longer than an hour.
Oh no!
You've made a terrible game.
No. If you're not speedrunning this game, the game generally takes about 4 hours to beat. It's a prologue to Phantom Pain. But still, 4 hours is short to me.
Yeah.
It's not a demo. Fuck anybody who says it's a demo. It's a prologue. When you read a book, you read the prologue before you go into the fucking story. What we're doing here is we're playing the prologue before we go into the goddamn story. It's not hard. It's not.
Would it have been absolutely impossible to tack this on to the beginning of Phantom Pain?
Yes.
Why?
Because, A, when selling this as it was supposed to get you hyped for Phantom Pain because we had a date coming out. Also, it was to show out the new Fox engine. It was to get gamers used to what this is, because the whole gameplay is different than any Metal Gear you've ever played. Right. It is entirely morphed into its new being. So besides both of those things, we've been waiting for a long time, and Kojima felt bad about the fact of having to scrap it twice. Him releasing Ground Zeroes was him saying, "Here, I apologize. Take this as it was
to hold you over."
To hold you over.
How much was Ground Zeroes when it came out?
It was $30.
It's $30? Okay, that's not bad.
No.
Okay, I thought it was a full-fledged $60 game.
No, it was $30, and he kept releasing DLC, free DLC.
That's fair.
After Ground Zeroes came out, so you played, and you had a Solid Snake callback. We went back to Shadow Moses Island.
That's
for PS4, and for Xbox One, you had a Raiden callback.
That's
where you went back and you played as Raiden in a Jean Franze style like French story, and you found out a bunch of shit about Raiden.
That's cool.
It was really cool. It was nice.
Although technically you go forward because Ground Zeroes takes place in like Vietnam.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah,
I can
Ground
see that.
Zeroes gets a huge fucking.
Your argument though is a little flawed. If you can beat it in 13 minutes because you know every tip and trick to beat it, it's a bad game because you know what else game you can beat very quickly if you know exactly how to beat it.
Zelda.
Super Mario 64. You can beat that game in 6 minutes.
Any Super Mario?
No, not any Super Mario. Super Mario 64 specifically, because if you can glitch through the wall, which, given that's not something they implemented, but if you can jump through the wall in a specific way without altering the game at all...
Yep, you go up the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go up the stairs and you can fight the final boss.
And the game doesn't actually tack on where the stars are at, so it just registers you as having enough stars, and it just lets you go up the infinite staircase until you reach the top.
But that's like glitching.
Yes, but your argument was if you can beat the game in 13 minutes...
If you can beat the main storyline in 13 minutes...
Speedrunning.
How many... What percentage of speedrunners implement glitches?
A lot.
99%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I'm also not saying, like, it's not 100% completion in 13 minutes. I mean, you're getting most of it, but there's also a lot more to explore. I don't think that it's a bad game. I think it's good for what it does. It's meant to be a prologue. It does what it does, and it's fun.
Other than
it got me hella used to the Fox engine.
Other than Kojima being like, "I'm sorry, here's this," you saying it's something to get some people used to the engine, something to get people introduced to this, it's something to get people to hold over until the actual game is out, sounds a lot like a demo.
It would only be... Okay, and I can easily counter-argue that. It's only a demo if you're playing something that is already implemented into the main game. When you buy a demo, you're playing a part of a game that is actually in the final rendition.
Which is fair.
What you're playing here does not have anything to do... And you have to play Ground Zeroes before you play Phantom Pain.
Okay, and all I'm saying is if the first part of Phantom Pain is Ground Zeroes is a demo.
It's not.
I know. That's all I'd be saying, though.
If you put in Phantom Pain, and then you open up and you're saving Paz, who died in a helicopter crash, I would be pissed off. I'm like, why did I fucking replay this if I'm literally... This is dumb. This was dumb.
Kojima, give me a password, Skip, for DLC for beating Ground Zeroes 30
Fuck
times.
You know what it is?
111.
Silent Hills.
It's
Next
fuck
topic.
David Hayter.
Oh! Oof!
Sorry, David Hayter, that's not from me, that's from your
previous
old boss who's a dick.
Alright.
Okay, so we are done with that. We're done with that.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we on to now?
We are on to
Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight, which I have a giant boner for.
And I've not played.
I have watched gameplay, though. I've watched a lot of gameplay.
I have not watched any. I have not played it. I have no interest in it. But I have heard that the PC port is fucking trash.
Trash. Don't get it. Don't buy it. We can mod it. No, you can't.
But we can even the odds.
No, we can't.
But it's not locked.
Also, when I saw that cutscene, the cutscene goes as follows. It's one of the first cutscenes. You come out of an alleyway, and there's 4 guys with like shotguns and pistols pointed at you, and this button goes, press X to even the odds, and you're just like, press X, and then the Batmobile comes out of nowhere and hits them all, just like runs them over.
Okay,
you're just
and
like,
then the preceding scene is you going around and shooting like cars and exploding things as Batman. You are
what the fuck is going on in this game?
Explosions, and that in cars that people are driving as Batman who doesn't kill.
He's fucking with me.
No, that's true.
Why? Why? Okay, I was excited to play this a little bit because I'd read some articles online that this is a dark Batman game.
It's very dark.
And I'm like, yes, I love dark, I love gritty, I love horror, I love just suspense, I like that shit.
It's a very dark night.
But the problem being is that this is Batman. Isn't he like a vigilante that's a good guy? He's not Punisher. He's Batman. Why is he
killing people, Jonah?
Why is he doing Punisher shit?
Okay. Him blowing up cars and doing Punisher shit is very different.
Hold on.
The missiles the Batmobile use are concussion missiles.
They blew up the cars.
Not necessarily. There's not a...
Oh my god.
I'm going to mute my computer and pull up the video.
The gasoline from the cars explode the cars.
And the gasoline was exploded by the concussion missiles. They only concuss people with their explosions.
People don't kill people, guns kill people.
Oh my god.
Then why doesn't Batman carry a fucking Magnum around? I'm not killing anyone!
I'm crying. Oh my god.
I'm just saying this isn't the first time, even in the comic books, we've seen Batman explode things.
But people are
But
driving
people
them.
are-
He's got a thing against killing. He's a fucking hypocrite.
I think Arkham Origins storyline Batman,
Are those Gatling guns?
they are rubber bullets.
They kill people, Carl!
Okay, I'm just gonna say that Gatling guns, no matter what kind of bullet they are, can kill.
They could be shooting fucking bottle caps. And they would kill people.
Fallout
Have you
Batman
heard? Have you ever cut your finger on a bottle cap?
They could be shooting fucking Beanie Babies. And at a certain velocity, they'll fucking kill people.
So while we're pulling up this amazing gameplay,
All I'm saying is this Batman and comic book Batman are totally different things.
well, yeah, that's evident.
So
This Joker isn't even like comic book Joker.
Right.
is he the one with the Joker face? On his face?
No.
No.
Comic book Joker. Okay, here's a common misconception. Can I step in here a little bit?
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'll correct you if you're wrong.
You won't. You'll totally agree with this. In the comic books, Joker is known for his mischievous prankster lifestyle, where in the new day and age, with like the video games and shit, we've all of a sudden adapted to this fucking psychopathic, homicidal clown.
Yeah.
Which he wasn't like that before.
I really miss the days of Batman animated series where his biggest thing was the laughing gas, where he'd get people to uncontrollably smile. That is so much more terrifying than killing people.
As true
The
as
laughing gas killed people.
Yeah.
It made them run out of air by laughing so much.
I just miss the prankster lifestyle, where he wasn't trying to kill people. And also when like Joker and Batman were like how life is. They were the balance.
That's not an explosion.
You can
That's not
sidestep
an
with your
explosion.
car.
It's hover round. Okay, those are fucking explosions.
No, those are not.
Okay, that is a bunch of electricity. That is
Along with
electrocuting
smoke
someone.
and fire.
Smoke and sparks. And let's see, if he scrolls back over the car, yeah, that is a charred husk.
That's not an explosion.
Okay, fine, it's not an explosion, but it's still murder. I can stab Scott right now. I can go in this kitchen, get a knife, slit his fucking throat, and say, that wasn't an explosion. They can't take me to jail, Jonah. Neither can you, because you're dead.
If they go, Scott was killed by explosion, and you go, that wasn't
My
an explosion.
bad! I saw it in a passing thing, and when sparks hop up, I think, okay, that's an explosion. My bad that that's not an explosion technically, and it's an EMP charge that it goes in a radius-type area. That's kind of like an electrical explosion.
That leaves bodies charred.
Yes!
I don't see no bodies.
Because they're gone!
He's just trying to troll at this point.
Yeah, of course he
Don't
is.
don't admit when you're wrong, Jonah.
No
That's
one likes
fine.
Owlman. Fucking what else about Arkham Knight do you like other than...
Night Owl? That's
Watchmen, that's the joke.
I know, I'm joking.
Oh.
Although there is...
Did you know that the Night Owl was originally based off Blue Beetle?
I was talking about the Bizarro universe where Bizarro Superman and...
Oh, yeah,
Owlman
yeah,
are.
and Night Owl, yeah.
I'm trying fucking like... Are
Ultraman.
you getting your nerd shit wrong? Like, no, I'm going on another layer.
I love that fight between Owlman and... Or Night Owl and Batman.
Okay, anyway.
I like
More
Watchmen.
about Arkham...
There's a mod that people created that makes you can play as any playable character,
That's cool.
any NPC in the game. You can play as Harley Quinn, you can play as Joker, you can play as.
Aren't there just Harley Quinn missions in the game?
There are. They're terrible.
I heard that the Harley Quinn DLC is atrocious.
It's terrible.
How do you know? Like,
Because
have you,
I've watched people play
You
it.
have? What's wrong with it then?
It's just the design. is terrible.
Can we talk about Suicide Squad for a second?
Yeah, let's talk about Suicide Squad.
I actually have one more Arkham-related question.
Okay.
Why is this one called Arkham Knight and the other one called Arkham Origins? When like, I get Arkham Origins, but they just kind of shoehorned that in the end, where it's like, Arkham, start Arkham, because like, okay, yeah, this is what led up to Arkham Asylum being existing.
Right.
Why is this one called Arkham Knight?
Because the main villain is called the Arkham Knight.
Oh. Okay.
Also, isn't
Oh. Okay.
do you think we're gonna get a decent Harley Quinn? I don't want them to go like. I don't want them to make her just a shit eye candy character.
Put him.
The thing is, when Harley Quinn was created, she was a eye candy character.
Right.
That was her purpose.
But she's evolved past that.
I understand that.
But they gave her story arcs and shit, Jonah.
I understand that. Let me finish my statement. Nerds like Harley Quinn because she's fucking crazy and attractive, just like all of nerd girlfriends.
You're not wrong. This is put it.
Anyway, No.
Did you just drink pickle juice?
Yes, he did.
Guys, pickle juice is good for you. You can drink pickle juice. It's
Pickle
great.
juice like the second cousin of Beetlejuice.
Harley Quinn.
The things I have seen so far, I would not get your hopes up.
Cool.
Will Smith.
Though,
They say he is gonna be a shit Deadshot. I'm not mad.
he looks good.
They
They
great Agent J.
okay, like After Earth and stuff like that. As of recently, they've been rewriting scripts to fit Will Smith, not Will Smith to fit characters.
Right.
I think that this is a movie where he doesn't have a choice. He either plays Deadshot for who Deadshot is, and that's there's no other way around it.
Right. I agree with you. And Deadshot's character isn't really that deep. You don't have to channel some inner demon like Heath Ledger had to do with the Joker in order to pull it off. Deadshot's an assassin with a troubled childhood that's really good at shooting things.
It's me. Okay, Captain Boomerang's in this fucking movie, so it's hard to like.
At least Deadshot won't be the shittiest character.
Yeah, like.
Though I hate how Killer Croc looks. He looks like the fucking Yoshi from Super Mario
I have not
Brothers
seen what
movie.
Killer Croc looks like yet.
He looks like a fucking
Does he look like the Yoshi or does he look like the Goombas?
I'm correct. The Goombas. I'm sorry.
Now I have to look him up because that sounds amazing.
Like just it. This is the first movie Killer Croc's been in.
Hey, he'll be in a movie before Wonder Woman. Oh, my bad. I forgot. Lego movie.
Wonder Woman's gonna be in
Dawn of Justice, and Dawn of Justice comes out before Suicide
Oh, I didn't
Squad.
know that.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because it's setting up for Justice League.
I got that, Jonah. I'm not stupid. What I'm saying is that they could have.
Iron Man was an Incredible Hulk.
Okay, guys, we're not that dumb. We're not that dumb.
Dude, it's probably going to be an after the credits cameo.
Yeah.
Not the way this is talking. They're gonna be in the fucking movie. The movie where we want to see Batman versus Superman. I'm pretty sure what ends up happening is they end up teaming up with Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and I guess Lex Luthor's the fucking bad guy? Jesse Eisenberg is legitimately playing Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And he's the fucking bad guy.
He looks good. He just reminds me of the Goombas.
No, I didn't mean Killer Croc. I meant...
Oh, Jesse Eisenberg.
No,
He's actually kind of buffed out for this role, and I'm really excited. That's all Suicide Squad.
Is that Johnny O? Kidding.
I can't.
And Common is in this movie. Fucking Common.
Yeah.
He's the tattooed man, and I'm so excited. Not him.
I don't know you like. I didn't know you like Common. That's
I
weird.
love Common. Have you seen Hell on Wheels?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love that show. Anyway. I think this will be. I think Suicide Squad will be a good movie.
I will say, and I know I'm gonna catch a flag for this. I'm excited to see Eastwood play. I think Eastwood would be better than Hardy.
I think so too. I think when they announced Tom Hardy, like to be in that movie, I got really excited, and then when he stepped out of it,
Scott Eastwood stepped in and was like
just right after it.
Wait, who's Scott Eastwood playing?
He's
Clint.
I think you're gonna ask who's Scott Eastwood. I'm like, that's Clint Eastwood's son.
No, who's he playing?
He's playing the guy with
Tattoos.
guns.
Oh.
The Spec Ops guy.
Okay.
Whatever, I can't remember his name.
He's looking at it right now.
But the thing is, Tom Hardy had already started filming,
I thought you meant like.
and then he stepped out.
I thought you meant like Tom Hardy was playing.
He
Bane in
only
this.
stepped
I was like,
out because of the conflicting differences between the other movie he was playing, which isn't a big blockbuster. I don't remember what the fuck he was filming.
Was it Mad Max?
Was it Mad Max?
No.
Okay, I was gonna
It
say
was
because
not.
that was a big blockbuster.
I was gonna say that's pretty big.
No. It was something totally different.
Arguably the biggest of
It was
this
something.
year.
It was something like in Alaska or something, like some winter movie.
Mad
Is Mad Max in winter?
No, it's in the fucking desert.
That's what I
Fucking
thought.
cold out here, Mad Max.
We have to make jokes, Scott. It's the only thing that keeps us interesting. I don't know why you went to Professor Oak, but
This fur coat isn't doing me shit.
Actually, this is perfect. Speaking about actors and doing comic book movies, since this is the theme of our fucking topics tonight, Green Lanterns.
oh my god.
All right, so I'm gonna open up with saying Tyrese Gibson and Chris Pine.
I'm scared for Tyrese Gibson. I think there's a boatload of better actors for Jon Stewart.
Like Idris
Idris
Oh,
Elba
God, he
would have been
so
perfect.
good.
The guy who plays Diggle in Arrow would have been perfect because there's this big fan theory that his name is John Diggle.
Yeah.
And that his war nickname was actually Diggle and his real last name is Stewart. And he becomes Green Lantern, and that's why, like, in the comics, Jon Stewart and Oliver Queen get along so much because they've known each other for so long.
I'm pretty sure at this point, people are assuming that Jaden Smith would do a better job as Jon Stewart.
Actually, no, he's projected to play Young Robin.
Oh, I thought he was.
And
I thought he was
I will
confirmed for
write.
playing Static Shock.
Yeah, he's going to be Static Shock.
That's two, but that's.
I don't think that movie's going to get. I don't think that movie's going to go through.
Yeah.
There's not the fan base for it.
Now,
Now all the '90s kids that watch the TV show are fucking like, yeah, man, Static fucking Shock.
I don't care who plays it. Like, give me the fucking live action movie. Now, that being said, Young Robin could get pushed through. Jaden Smith, why?
I think there's a boatload of better actors for no matter what Robin they pick,
You're always going to be like
Jaden Smith is wrong.
Yeah.
Jaden Smith does not fit. No, he's a little shit like Damien. Yeah, he can get that down.
I actually don't mind Jaden Smith as an
But
actor.
Damien,
I never saw After Earth though, so
he had to fill in it for his dad's shoes.
Yeah.
That whole movie, they made Will Smith an emotionless character. Literally, he couldn't feel emotion in the movie because they didn't want Will Smith to outshine Jaden.
right. And I feel like that also went
I'm
along.
glad you know about that because that's what I was talking about earlier with the whole, like, not to stray from Zach real quick, but like, that's what I was talking about earlier when I was saying that they re-scripted things to fit Will Smith. This time they can't do that.
Right.
And he could fuck up Deadshot pretty bad. Still, I'm just saying.
Oh, he could. I don't think he will.
But you like Jaden Smith, why?
Well, the Karate Kid movie wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad.
I grew up with the originals.
That's fair.
So bad.
I grew up with the originals. I grew up with movies like It Man. I grew up with
Man.
like all the Bruce Lee
Journey to
movies.
the West, like
Yeah,
all those
like,
really good martial arts movies.
So when we see this little white kid being taught by this like Asian master,
White?
with a little white kid,
not
American.
I'm talking about the original
Oh,
guys.
I was just like, what?
No, I'm talking about the little white kid being taught by the Asian master. You know that's what we're used to, and then we get this reboot with Jaden. And sure, I mean if you thought it was decent, that's cool. I mean I'm glad that you thought it was nice.
It's not that I thought it was like decent. It just wasn't as bad as everyone said it was, in my opinion.
I think they had to live up to a big expectation.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a lot of shit to put on a fucking like 11-year-olds.
He picked the wrong movie to start his career in.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah,
He honestly did.
Yeah, I feel like he should. I mean, like I guess more than anything,
he was in
Pursuit of Happiness. And he was good in that.
I cried during the Captain America part. Anyone who didn't cry during the Captain America part is a soulless human being.
I feel like the main problem is like he's not going to get out of his father's shoes. And I feel like him trying to expand his reach past that, like past After Earth especially.
When you show up to a wedding in a white Batman suit...
That's fair. I'm not saying he's not fucking weird.
He is fucking insane.
He's...
Here's the thing. Is that
like, at all costs, protect Will Smith's weird, pretentious kids.
Will Smith...
They're good people.
They're putting pressure on them hardcore. Willow, like, both the kids had a choice. Willow pursued hip-hop rap music. That flopped. Jaden took acting like his dad.
Dude, Whip My Hair Back and Forth was like one of the most listened to songs of that.
It was.
But so was Friday.
It's the generation.
Yeah.
But Jaden, for love of God, and all of his tweets, he doesn't have a Saturday Night Live. Or, not Saturday Night Live. In Living Color.
True opposite things, but okay.
I know. He doesn't have In Living Color.
Right.
You know, he doesn't have
Fresh
Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that. If he did have something like that to find his own niche, I think he'd be a better actor, but he doesn't have that.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it would have been better for his acting career if he started off with a show.
That's what I think. I mean, Will Smith really got it big after Fresh Prince.
And if you watch
Shia LaBeouf got it pretty big after fucking Even Stevens.
If you watch the first
he only got it because of Even Stevens, and then after that,
and then Holes.
Holes was a big,
kickstarted his career.
You're not wrong.
I mean, Even Stevens started that flow, but Holes like dramatically increased.
I get that there's a meme out about it right now, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the Just Do It thing because it is still motivational for all of its intents and purposes.
I think everyone should watch the full thing.
He's still a dick. He was still downright an asshole to Jim Carrey and Jim Carrey's daughter.
Oh yeah,
and on a personal level, you don't do that to one of the, in my opinion, the biggest actors of all time. I don't know. I don't remember ever if it's Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey. But
I hate Adam Sandler. I love Jim Carrey.
Either way, they're both big actors. You know, if he did Adam Sandler, I'd be just as pissed. But he did it to Jim Carrey.
I'm like, good for you, man. High five.
The Cobbler. That's the latest Adam Sandler movie.
Oh.
Anyways, Jim Carrey, even if he's falling off, it doesn't matter. Like, you just don't do it to something like that.
I actually saw a post today that was like, it was a bunch of clips, stills from Jim Carrey movies, and it was like his older stuff. It was like, I don't care what you say, I think Jim Carrey would be a perfect Joker. And I think that's true.
Yeah, they cast him as the wrong Batman.
They've cast him as the wrong, but he even says that.
Yeah.
Is that he was casted as, but back then, Joker wasn't what Joker is now.
Yeah.
Back then, Joker was the gimmicky, gaggy, like...
Jack Nicholson.
And Jack Nicholson did a great job as a Joker.
Wait, am I the only person who likes him as the Riddler?
I love him as the Riddler.
Okay, I was like, he's not bad.
But I like him as that Riddler.
Yes.
Not as the Riddler.
Not Edward Nygma, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he was given a name, was he?
No. I think they mentioned it, but I think that Riddler is only good because of the movie itself.
Yeah, just the
if you
area
place
around
that
the movie is that goofy.
If you place that Riddler in, like...
Dark Knight,
it would be terrible.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's do this real quick.
You've killed Rachel.
Are you a big Jim Carrey fan?
I did!
Are you a big Jim Carrey fan?
Yeah, I like Jim Carrey.
Are you?
Yeah, I like Jim Carrey.
What's your favorite Jim Carrey roles? Pick one. You only get one.
The Mask.
Mask?
Riddler.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
Ain't that a good movie?
Never seen it.
It's kind of funny because
so
think about where we just went with that. We went with like just comedy, quirky, intelligent, dark and like dredgy. And
the thing is like Jim Carrey can play anything. I totally believe that.
There is a duo I'd like to see do a movie together, and I want you guys' opinion on this. I want to see a movie done together. I don't know how, but I want to see Depp and Carrey together. Johnny Depp is also another one of those people.
I could see this.
Okay,
I got this.
Okay,
I'm going back to Batman.
Who would Johnny Scarecrow?
Hold on.
No.
Oh.
What you got?
Johnny Depp would play the Riddler. Hold on.
I can back that theory.
I'm going to go way out in the blue and pick a villain that probably you guys haven't...
Calendar Man.
No.
What? I'm on suspense. This sounds so good so far. What?
I forgot his name, but it's on the tip of my tongue.
What's
He was in Gotham recently, the TV show.
Never watched it.
And Mark Hamill played the predecessor.
The Joker.
No.
Oh.
Can't think of his name.
What's his ability? What's his gimmick?
He's just fucking crazy. And I can't remember his name. I got it. I think I know what it's. Sorry, guys watching. We're all looking up this and I'm pretty sure people are just like, Jonah, you know.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Hush.
No.
Joker, Riddler, Penguin, Two-Face, Hush, Bane, Catwoman, Harley Quinn.
No.
John Cena is Clayface. Am I right or am I right? Jonah, am I right or am I right?
What?
John Cena is Clayface.
I would find that hilarious.
And really good.
And every time he changed, like, because you know, there's an ongoing joke that it's always Clayface in the comics. Like,
Yeah.
it's always Clayface. Like, if you can't
prove that it's not Clayface, that's Clayface.
it's, yeah.
I didn't know he went
Clayface is
the ventriloquist.
Clayface is a much cooler
he's been
Sandman.
mentioned.
Clayface is just a much cooler Sandman.
The Mad Hatter.
I think we're
Was he
looking
in
at
any of the
same
Arkham
website.
games?
I don't believe so. I don't think so. He might have been like a side mission. Once I see him, I'm gonna freaking flip because I know his name. Like how there's 8 Clayfaces on here.
So his gimmick is just that he's crazy?
He's crazy and he's very, very agile.
Oh, are we on the
Add
same
that.
thing?
I think we're on the same.
Yeah.
How did he get agile?
How did he get agile?
Was he like in a circus? Was
I
he
think so. I'm not sure.
agile Batman abilities? Catwoman. I might as well just look down it too.
You're on a different thing than us.
Okay, well, Anarchy?
No.
Blockbuster.
No.
Clue Master.
No. Oh my gosh.
Is that the Riddler?
No, it's not.
But Johnny Depp did he played how many psychotic writers? I think he could do. Fuck.
Killer Moth?
Oh, who did he play as Killer? Oh, Secret Window.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
That was chocked full of riddles. I mean,
Maxie Zeus?
No.
Okay, insane. Mr. Zaz?
No, Zaz is not.
Cool. Prometheus?
So, hey, I'm gonna jump back a little bit, Zach, so me you can chat. Let's jump right up.
Simon Hurt.
Okay, you said John Cena's Clayman, right?
Yeah. Clayface.
Clayface. Fun fact: I actually like John Cena in a movie called The Marine.
Oh, I'm not. No, John Cena by no means. John Cena by no means is a bad actor. I just find it funny whenever he's in anything. Flamingo.
No.
Okay.
Zach, let's
sorry.
look it up. It's fine. He can do it.
Me out.
Anyways, so
The fucking trickster! God! Oh
The
my
trickster?
god, the trickster.
He's not even on here.
so the Trickster and the Riddler.
I think
That wouldn't be too bad.
You know what my least favorite Batman villain is, just because he freaks me the fuck out?
Mr. Freeze.
Professor Pig. God damn it. Fuck for president. Can't even talk because I'm so scared
You
of
think
this
Hugo
pig man.
Strange and Doctor Strange ever hang out?
family reunions.
Just saying.
Have you seen that thing where it's like Doctor Strange? No, it's Doctor Strange and Harley Quinn.
Dr. Light.
It's
Dr. Fate.
It's Dr. Fate. And she's
she
like
just shows him up.
she's like, "Where's your doctorate? I'm an actual doctor." And then she's like, "Get out of here,
Mr. Fate."
Mr. Fate. I was just like,
because
Phosphorus Rex.
he doesn't want to save
I'm
the
a-
chimp,
it's a monkey, yeah.
and it's just like, wow, okay.
Well, Dr. Fate sucks. That's his gimmick.
Dr. Fate's an amazing character.
No, Dr. Fate is an amazing character, and
He still sucks.
he sucks because he has to have a body as a host. And he's a
Though
dick.
you do see his helmet in the Constantine TV show, which got canceled, which I'm sad about, but
Damn.
Awesome.
why?
I didn't care for it.
He's
But
just
I also
always
didn't care.
16.
I also didn't care for Gotham either. So
Gotta suck being in high school at that time when you're a constant teen. But
you were running on gigs.
like the Riddler.
So we totally strayed from fucking
Well, yeah,
the
video
Green
games.
the Green
Oh, Green
Lanterns.
Lantern. Okay, yeah. So Tyrese Gibson, I don't think he's the right choice for Jon Stewart.
What if he does an amazing job? Because a lot of
Then
people
good-
said that Heath Ledger wasn't a good
Then,
choice for
yeah, then, I'm not saying that I'm not going to see the movie, and I think that I'm going to go into the movie saying it sucks
Right.
because we learned our lesson with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good casting choice, but then again, people are paid to cast characters, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I
So
will
I'm
say
gonna-
one thing I'm super excited for: Ben Affleck as Batman. Cause
Have you seen the video of him practicing his voice?
No, not yet.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Is it? Okay. Here's the thing: is that we heard his voice in
The
Batman
trailer.
vs Superman.
Yeah.
It gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not a huge DC guy, but I will admit I do have an affinity for Ben Affleck because he's worked with Kevin Smith,
Right.
Jersey movies, blah blah blah. But he also did a great job given what he did with Daredevil.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, his acting in Daredevil was like phenomenal. It's just
just the script
the
sucks.
script got shitted on.
Right. So imagine. I mean, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Man of Steel was good. Batman vs Superman looks promising. The script can't be that bad. We're gonna get a decent Ben Affleck out of this.
Why the fuck did so many people dislike Man of Steel?
Yeah. Wait, people disliked it? I
Yeah.
heard it got a lot of good reviews.
It got a lot of good reviews.
Yeah, but a lot of I don't know. I just like
A lot of Superman fans dislike it because they portray Superman as this person who doesn't care about the general public.
I didn't get that.
Flying through fucking buildings and
Okay.
demolishing like, half the city
Fair.
in a fight, like, without caring about it.
Fair.
He's young.
It's a young Superman.
Yeah,
And that's my
He
argument.
Oh,
wasn't thinking
no.
He's
about
not learned.
I remember this now. They are super pissed off that Superman finally got
That's-
an origin story.
Right.
If you think about it, every single time we've seen Superman, he has always been portrayed already as the Man of Steel.
Right.
What we seen was Kevin Costner get killed. I had to bring that up. Like, I don't know why, but my brain was just like, Kevin Costner died. Damn it.
I watched a Kevin Costner movie today.
That's
My
weird.
dad. He really enjoys Kevin Costner as an actor. I think
Because he's a great fucking
He's a
actor.
really good actor. It was McFarlane.
Oh.
Cross country movie. Good movie.
He's sneezing.
Tiny little baby cat sneezes.
He does that because of the apartment fires.
Yeah.
He has an upper respiratory problem too.
Oh.
But
Poor BB.
Got a lot
But Man of
speed.
Steel, in my book, is really good. It's the only reason why I actually got into watching DC.
Really?
Like, yeah,
Fair.
You didn't like the
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight trilogy?
I did not like that. I liked The Dark Knight. I didn't like
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, and I didn't like
Dark Knight Rises.
There's just so much they could have done with The Dark Knight Rises that would have made more sense to me.
Batman.
That's your only contribution.
I've never
to
seen
this.
Dark Knight Rises.
You haven't?
No, I saw Batman Begins and Dark Knight, and then everyone was like, "You gotta see Dark Knight Rises." And then I heard a bunch of people say, "You can't see Dark Knight Rises; it sucks."
I love it.
And then I heard,
You're also a bigger Batman fan than the rest of us.
and I like
That's-
Bane as a big hulking monster.
Well, that's not Bane. Squash that in your mind right now. That is not.
I know.
Bane is a super smart.
Well, no, I like him as a big hulking monster who is super smart. Like design-wise, I like him as a big hulking monster who has like,
He has muscle,
yeah,
because even in the comics he breaks Batman's back.
I understand that.
That came from
I,
the comics.
I understand that.
Okay.
But also, this is not a Bane that has been exposed to Venom yet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is a Bane that,
Also, I haven't seen the movie.
that is a terrorist that is super smart.
Venom is a Spider-Man villain.
Venom is the fucking chemical that makes him huge.
You all get to make jokes. I want to make one.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
Peter Parker.
Holland is playing.
I'm super mad about it.
Why are we getting a fifth origin story?
And a British actor.
Yes, we already had this conversation,
Yes.
but not podcast one.
No.
So on the podcast right now, I'm just saying, Really?
He's a good actor. If you've seen his other stuff, watch it all because it's really good.
Hugh Jackman's Australian.
He plays a great Wolverine, though.
And he plays an American. Or he plays a Canadian.
That's why it's fine.
That's why it's fine.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't understand where the British actor comes in. Like, why you're mad.
British actor playing an American kid in high school, and I mean, like, we're talking nerdy American kid.
And people like the guy who plays guy from Walking Dead.
Oh,
Abraham.
Rick Grimes.
Yeah, Abraham
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Abraham.
Daryl.
He's what? Is he English or is he Australian?
He is Australian, I believe.
You don't know. People don't know that unless they see interviews with him.
This kid.
He's had time to perfect his accents.
That's what I was trying
He
to
is a actor that has been in the business since he was 13.
Also, Hugh Jackman has to use his Australian accent when playing Wolverine because Wolverine has an accent.
He does have a very thick accent. Bub.
Right, but it's not.
I said bub. I didn't say bub to be a jackass. I said bub because that's what Wolverine says. You gave me that. You gave me that look like, wow, jackass.
No, I wasn't doing it off that.
I was like, oh no.
I wasn't doing it off that. I was doing it off like.
What I'm saying is like he needs an accent though.
Right.
It makes more sense because Wolverine has one. Therefore, giving him an Australian one is better than him having an American voice.
Wolverine in the movies doesn't have an Australian accent.
He has an accent.
You can hear it though.
You can kind of hear it, but like.
Fine,
okay. When you're covering up with different accents, like if he's going for like Canadian, because that's what I hear. Like I hear Canadian, like upper ridges. With fucking Rick, he like falls on a very southern drawl. He uses one accent to cover up another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you like. That's what you do in the business. So fine, maybe this kid has to put on a little bit more of a Brooklyn accent to cover up his British one. That's fine. I mean, Spider-Man was never like, hey, yo, give me a slice of pizza. I haven't tasted my mom's pepperoni. Like, nothing like that. That was Italian. That wasn't Brooklyn. But, like... but, see, this is why I'm not an actor.
Oh,
damn.
For anybody who didn't know, Zach went to school for acting. So
yeah. Not for accents, though.
All I'm saying, well, I mean, stepping away from the accents and all that kind of shit aside, like,
I'm super sick of origin stories. How many times does Spider-Man have to live through his Groundhog Day hell of seeing Uncle Ben die?
It's fucking terrible, man. And, okay, if we're gonna do it right. Have Peter Parker be the reason why Uncle Ben dies.
He was that in...
every movie.
In Tobey Maguire's.
Yeah, I'm saying... I love ripping on the Andrew Garfield version because I
think the Andrew Garfield version is 10 times better than the Tobey Maguire version, but you're entitled to your opinion.
Although I don't appreciate how many, like, and this also goes to Spider-Man too, I don't appreciate how many people is like, I'm Peter Parker, Spider-Man. It's like, I didn't need to know that, but thank you. Thank you. It's
okay.
Like, I'm a crane operator.
Here's my opinion. Hipster 2015 Spider-Man, if that was how he was supposed to look, fine. I think Tobey Maguire pulled off the original Peter Parker like he should have done. If they would have had Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, that would have been okay with me.
And that was the next point I was going to bring up. Just like the Batman, you either play Bruce Wayne really well, or you play Batman really well.
And that is an unfortunate story for every comic book hero.
But the thing is,
Bruce Wayne.
No.
You're saying he was a good Batman?
He was a great Batman.
We're gonna sit here.
Okay, that's the director's fault for that voice, honestly, because they digitally lowered the octave.
Have you heard him just his voice?
Yeah, it's good.
It's fine. Anyway, I think Tobey Maguire did a terrible job playing Spider-Man. He was not witty. He was not funny. He was not a jackass.
He was emo. That's all that counts.
He was buff. He was fucking ripped!
Now, he was an awkward teenager that couldn't talk to girls. Yes. He's a great Peter Parker. Terrible Spider-Man. And when 90% of your movie...
He was also a smartass, so he played more to Peter Parker than you think, though. Because he was a
I don't think
smartass. Really?
I don't think so.
Peter Parker 2 was the best of the trilogy.
I guess that's why one of us sticks to DC and one of us sticks to Marvel, huh?
Yeah.
I like Ian.
The thing is, there are so many times where Andrew Garfield shines as Spider-Man. So many times.
The knife scene.
The knife scene is like the prominent one.
Yeah, he let Gwen die. That's pretty good.
That's just
That's
Spider-Man. That's
canon.
not Andrew Garfield.
No, I'm saying that's the only good scene in my opinion. The rest of it was trash. I don't think he was good. I
He
think
was fucking fantastic.
yeah, because you guys aren't used to. You know who I wish was here right now for this
John?
conversation? John DuBois. Because that motherfucker knows Spider-Man better than anybody I know.
You know, me and him are going to have this conversation tomorrow. I'm going to bring it up, and he's going to kill me.
No. Bring it up. Bring it up. And
I'm just nonchalant and be like, so,
who's the better Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
And when he says Tobey Maguire, eat a dick.
I'm going to record
Can't
it.
wait till he says Tom Holland.
Oh! I'd piss myself. I would
I
die.
think Spider-Man with a British accent is probably the best.
British.
Oh, I gotta defeat.
That
I
wasn't
gotta defeat the Sandman. That'll get some crumpets. That's not a
That
British.
wasn't even British.
There's more Aaron Hansen than anything.
Oh, man.
I am.
That's
I am.
I'm sorry to all of our European followers.
So, are we all in agreement that Tom Holland is a bad pick?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know who he is.
Because that's
Yes, then yes.
that's if they casted like Benedict Cumberbatch as Spider-Man.
I'm a little upset about Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
Really?
Doctor Strange.
I think Liam Neeson was the pick for that.
And that would have been That would have been better, but Doctor Strange isn't white.
Or that one guy who played Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul also wasn't white.
That's true. He was Middle Eastern, and that's why.
why I'm a little upset, because I'm sick of roles being whitewashed. It's getting really annoying.
But the thing is, I don't think they're doing that on purpose. I think they're looking at talent.
Sometimes you can't get past that.
Okay,
If an
let's
actor's
go back.
good,
Let's go back to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's fair.
That had every single Middle Eastern actor in it.
The Fire Nation isn't based on the Middle East, though. The Fire Nation was based on
India.
Yeah, India.
In the movie, it was India.
In the movie, it was India, but it wasn't based on India. It was based on, like, in the show, it was based on, like,
I'm
the
talking
design
the
wise.
movie.
Yes, and that's fine. But when you go from, like, just because they aren't white doesn't mean it's correct. In the show, which is what that's based off, it was based on feudal Japan.
loosely.
I think we're arguing two different points.
Loosely.
Very loosely.
Yes, but, like, the fighting styles, just the way it looked.
I think we're arguing two totally different points because I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, I'm saying, yeah, the movie had, like, a bunch of Middle Eastern actors, and that's fine. But there's a difference between...
hold
they
on.
didn't white...
Step away from that. What was your point there?
They had a bunch of Middle Eastern actors, and the movie still sucked. Because
None
they
of
didn't
them
have
were
the
good.
talent.
Oh, I mean, stepping away from that, like just their acting in general. How was it?
It was
Like,
terrible.
It wasn't.
It was forced. It was terrible.
And that's fine, but when you say, like, they're not worrying about the race, they're worrying about the talent, they didn't even get the right of both. They didn't get the right race for the characters because, if anything, they should have gone with Japanese actors, not Indian. And they didn't go with talent because they sucked.
We can get Aziz Ansari to play as Russell.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking hilarious.
Hey!
Hey, he fits the ethnicity. And it'd be funny.
No! Don't fill my pits!
I mean, if we're all gonna throw in our ring about people fucking up ethnicity, the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
Oh my god, that was the fucking
Oh,
worst.
well, my bad. The Mandarin, quote unquote.
He was the fake Mandarin.
He wasn't even the real Mandarin. Oh, and then they fucking just threw that plot down the drain. That's never happening.
Like, the fake Mandarin was white.
Maybe that's what
and
Tony
then
Stark
the
did.
fake Mandarin was also white.
Maybe that's what Tony Stark's going to do at the end of Avengers 2,
No.
is go fight Fing Fang Foom.
That'd be cool.
by himself.
By him fucking
At the
self.
end of Avengers 2?
No, guys.
That's already done.
No, he drives away, and he doesn't tell anyone where he's going.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he does drive away.
Right.
So at the end of Avengers 2, when he drives away, he actually teams up with the smart-ass kids from the new Fantastic Four movie, and they go fucking fight Fing Fang
They
Boom.
just find a shit ton of rings, like, what are these? And the Mandarin just hops on the ground like, those are mine, fuckers! And then a dragon flies over.
Space Dragon.
Space
Oh
Dragon.
my god, this cannot be canon.
Space Dragon in purple pants.
Yeah.
I will. That's the limited edition version. Because
I wanted that version so bad.
I know.
MODOK just hovers in the background, just going,
Little bit of backstory.
Best movie ever.
Little bit of backstory for anybody who doesn't know. Me and Jonah worked in a comic book shop together. Yay! There was a HeroClix figure of Fing Fang Foom, and we're like,
We had two of them.
That was like badass. We're like, we want that. And then we walked like 2 steps further, and then it was Fing Fang Foom in Hulk pants, and we were like, this is even better.
And then, what's her face broke one of them? Allison?
No, it was no, because it happened at the con we were working at. So Katie. I think
it was Katie.
Because it happened at the con because we were like, fuck, if John sees this, he's gonna kill us.
That's right. No, that was the Cthulhu figure. Fing Fang Foom was broke. The original Fing Fang Foom was broken when I got there, when I started working there.
Then it was Allison.
It was Allison, and then Katie knocked over the Cthulhu, and both of us looked at it, and it happened in slow motion.
Like,
and
oh, God,
and I looked at her, and I was just like...
And she looked at me, and I looked at her.
You need to leave.
So, like, sorry, I still have the, like, Batman villains up, and I just looked at Jackanapes. Like, Jackanapes is a gorilla in a clown costume that wields a machete and a submachine gun. He appears as an enemy of the Damian Wayne in the future. And I always hear people go, why do they keep going with Joker? Why don't they go with other Batman villains? And I'm like, yeah, why don't they go with other Batman villains? I want Jackanapes in every movie.
Could you imagine, like beginning of a movie?
Wait, before you.
No. The movie The Joker's okay. So they're robbing the bank, right? And then the last clown shoots the other clown in the back and kills him, and then peels off the mask. And
It's a fucking
No, even better. It's like, oh, you're gonna try and kill me too? No, I don't kill you. I'm the guy that gets the gorilla. And then the gorilla just runs through and fucking tears him down.
In the background, I just want like, hey guys! And then fucking Mr. Toad comes out of nowhere. Look at that shit.
Mutated Frogman. That's it.
Just mutated frogman. And I want to have like a red cap. It's canon. Did you see the Killer Croc was like a fucking Goomba anyways? We have a whole Mario Party cast.
Okay. Now that I've mentioned MODOK, this brings up the question. Who would they get to play MODOK?
Christopher Walken.
Rosie O'Donnell.
No, my bad.
Christopher
Steven,
Steven Seagal?
no. I want to say, it's not Stephen Walking, but Stephen Hawking.
That's terrible, and you're going to hell.
He's already in the chair. He has half the role done.
No, they would have to fucking face cam him because he is a head.
He's just a giant head with tiny arms.
Right, but
For
the
my
movement,
fans,
the movement would be perfect. Just put him in a wheelchair, put some fucking mocap things on him, and let him wheel himself around in a circle. He'll be great.
that's fucked. That's fucked up.
I'm just gonna edit this whole conversation out.
Fuck you. He had to say something stupid earlier. This is mine.
Okay.
His was stupid. Yours is offensive.
Mine's not offensive. He's like smart and shit and thought about galaxies. What about you? What'd you say?
Oh no! For all my fans of Megas XLR, Bruce Campbell,
Yes.
Oh, who?
to MODOK. Have you never seen Megas XLR?
I have, but
Do you not remember Bruce Campbell's role in Mega XLR, where they were making fun of MODOK?
yeah. No.
You don't remember
No,
that?
I do, but no, we're not doing that, Zach.
I have to look at his face again. His beautiful face.
Oh my gosh.
I loved that. I loved that so much.
Okay, so we're gonna skip. We're gonna go to a different universe now. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
I don't care about it.
No. What's if they throw Krang in there?
We'll have to get those turtles.
The only thing I want to see is Shredder armor.
On Raphael?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put up a picture of Bruce Campbell's face. Not just Bruce Campbell's face, the Megas XLR thing, because it's literally just Bruce Campbell. They literally just drew Bruce Campbell in the MODOK suit. It's the best thing in the world.
It's
It's gorgeous.
Have you seen the footage of Olivia Munn as Psylocke?
No.
It is amazing.
As Psylocke?
In the next X-Men movie?
Why are we getting another X-Men movie?
Because the X-Men sells.
X-Men
Days of Future Past was fucking great.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
But now they have to go to Days of Future.
Present?
Future. They have to fight the Colossuses now.
No, it's X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
They have to fight Apocalypse.
And the Colossuses.
Have they even fucking fought Sentinels in any of the movies?
Yes, Sentinels was Days of Future Past.
No, it wasn't. It was at the end of Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah, he goes into the terminal.
And you see the commercial in the background for the guy, the technology place that makes the Sentinels. And then everything freezes, and Dr. Xavier wheels in with Magneto.
And Iceman is hitting on Rogue awkwardly.
Because that's. I'm pretty sure that's Days of Future Past. I might be getting my movies mixed up, but I don't think I am.
That's the end of Days of Future Past. No, that's the end of the latest Wolverine movie.
Yeah, and then because the Wolverine, he's in the airport after he just gets done fucking up Japan.
Yeah. And
then he sees those, and then he goes to Days of Future Past because that's where they pulled him from.
Right, but the Days of Future Past aren't fighting Sentinels.
Hey, yo, look at these bones.
They're going back in time
to stop the Sentinels from being alive.
No, to stop. Who is it? Was it
the midget guy?
Tyrion Lannister.
Tyrion Lannister.
From taking the Iron Throne.
No, they stopped Dinklage from making the Sentinels.
There's no way they stopped him, but if that's the goal, then that's the goal, yes.
Because that's the whole point of the Sentinels, is that they can adapt to each one of the mutants that they fight because of the DNA and the way that it transmits.
Right. No, I understand that. But, I mean...
Because in the end, fucking Magneto flies away. And we make the joke...
He flies away in every movie.
I fucking hated what they did to Darwin in First Class.
Yeah.
He had no screen time.
It was bullshit.
Darwin's
one of the coolest characters in X-Men.
He's a Sentinel, but human.
What?
He adapts to...
I thought you meant he was literally a Sentinel.
No. He does what Sentinels do, but he's human.
But yeah, but Darwin...
If they would have gotten a hold of
That shouldn't have killed him. That shouldn't have killed Darwin. Darwin is literally one of the strongest characters in all of X-Men, and if anything, that should have just turned him into a pure being of whatever was fed to him.
My thing is that, like, in the end of Days of Future Past, I don't even know where the fuck they would go with that. I guess it would be Apocalypse.
As long as there's more Jennifer Lawrence, I don't mind. She's attractive. She's my celebrity crush.
That's not... Who would my celebrity crush be? I don't fucking know.
Saturday Crush! That's a Raditz move.
Yeah, no shit. There's just a lot that they could do, and I want to see an Avengers movie that has Hugh Jackman in it.
Why?
Because Wolverine was one of the original Avengers.
I understand. He's not a pivotal part, though.
No, but he's one of the original Avengers, and it would be neat to just see the original Avengers together in a movie.
Could you imagine? Remember
with
that
good
scene?
Actors.
Remember that scene in First Class where they walk into the bar and he's like, "Fuck off."
No, that's not First Class.
That's
what happens in. That's at the end of. No. Maybe
that is First Class.
That is First Class. Because that is First Class, and then in Days of Future Past, he's like, "Let me recite something you told me when I visited you and we needed help. Fuck off."
Yeah.
And he goes back up in this drunken stupor and takes his syringe like a heroin addict.
So once after that, like after he tells him to fuck off, he goes and joins the Avengers.
Or what if he tells the Avengers to fuck off too?
See, that's what I thought actually. Like, for some reason, I was thinking that it was like Downey Jr. that walked up and asked him.
No.
But it must have been
that would be a hilarious interaction.
Guy from Wanted.
Yeah, it was the guy from Wanted.
John Lovett?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. I thought you said John Lovitz for a minute. I was just
Not
like,
Lovitz.
I don't know who John is, but I guess he loves it. I don't know.
Do you not know who John Lovitz is?
I know. I know. Making jokes.
Can you imagine him in Wanted? Just
Fun fact, when Wanted was made, the main character was drawn and illustrated to represent Eminem.
Yeah.
And then the woman that we know as the Foxy Angelina Jolie was actually represented to be, you know who?
no.
No, I don't remember.
Catwoman is...
Halle Berry.
Yes.
That's right.
Like if you look at the comics, it is plain as day that's who those people
But the
are.
thing is,
So they
after
watched her
issue
too.
1 of Wanted, the comic book, because it was originally a comic book,
Yeah.
you never see the protagonist's face again. He's wearing a full suit, BDSM suit, the entire time. Not really a BDSM suit, but
It's pretty fucking close.
it's a leather.
It's just like in the Wanted game.
No. In the end of like one of the final comics, he does take it off, and it's him like screaming, and there's like a red background, and you can still see it's Eminem's face.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like blonde hair, double pierced earrings. I remember being in like the ending issues because I was like, God, this is so fucking lame. Speaking about comics that I really want to read again, though, I really want to reread the Old Man Logan comics.
Yeah.
They're so good.
So
They're
good.
so good. Hawkeye's the fucking best.
Isn't he though?
I'm
Isn't he
blind
just one of the
and
most-
mostly deaf, and I'm still gonna hit everything.
And he does. And then that fucking, oh my God, it's probably one of my most favorite scenes in comic book history. Is when they go into. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. You guys are nerding out, and it's
What scene? What scene am I talking about?
which issue? Because Hawkeye does a lot of badass shit.
It's not. No, it's when they meet the villain. When they go to meet the villain of the old against Old Man Logan. Remember who it is? Do you know who it is?
Zabibi?
No,
Okay, then.
Red Skull.
Yeah.
that's
When Old Man Logan goes to confront Red Skull in the background, it took forever to do these panels. But in each little section, you see Captain America's shield. You see Iron Man's helmet.
armor.
Yep. And each little part, you see everyone's fucking shit. And then Red Skull's just sitting there, and he looks badass. Like, for an old man Red Skull, he looks like he's gonna fuck some shit up. And I think Hawkeye dies.
Yeah.
Like, in either, like, that issue or something like that after that. But, like, I really need to reread those issues. I haven't read through them since I was, like, 6th grade. So,
I think mine was like 10th grade.
what's your favorite comic books?
I really liked the Cable and Deadpool comic books. I thought those were really good.
A bit more gritty for Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked I like jokey Deadpool. He's funny. But I really like when they get into like I think my favorite issue in that entire thing was the one that was just Deadpool after Cable was dead. Just because it was Deadpool dealing with the depression of losing his friend / enemy / rival / guy who just kind of hated him.
Mhm.
And just like dealing with that amalgamation. And the entire time was just him like a lot of his comic books was him dealing with the fact of like I saved a lot of people, but am I a hero? And like just him going through a bunch of teams and like wacky antics, but it gets to the point where like the symbiote gets loose and while taking over dinosaurs for no real reason. I mean, like there was a reason that was explained in it, but I can't quite remember. But basically, venom dinosaurs,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking terrifying. It also takes over Deadpool, and it fucking fizzles because it can't handle how crazy he is. The symbiote could not handle Deadpool's insanity.
There's actually a nod to that in Web of Shadows, the Spider-Man game.
Really?
You meet Deadpool. There's a bunch of Marvel characters in that where you think they wouldn't be in that game. You meet Deadpool, and every hero you've met so far has been taken over by the symbiote, and you have to fight him. And so you're ready to fight Deadpool, and you're having this dialogue, and he's like, Deadpool's like, "What? No, I'm not going to fight you. It couldn't control me. It left."
Yeah.
And then he just kind of he just dives off the top of the building, and you're just like, "All right, bye, Deadpool," and you never hear from him again.
That's awesome.
All the other heroes, like you can get to team up with you, like Wolverine. Fighting Wolverine as a symbiote with the symbiote
Is the coolest.
it is the most terrifying thing in the universe.
It's just like a feral. It's just a feral Wolverine.
The fight is hard though because he regenerates health.
That's what symbiote Deadpool looked like.
Mm-hmm.
and he looks like a mix between Carnage and Venom.
Yeah. I like Carnage.
Which is funny, because even when he's being taken over by some, like, he's like, oh, hey, like, the ongoing joke with Deadpool is that, like, oh, hey, look, it's Spider-Man. I'm not Spider-Man, damn it. And then the one time he doesn't get confused is when he walks into a pizza parlor. It's like, oh, God! And it's like, no, I'm not Spider-Man. It's like, no, it's Deadpool! Run! And he's like, okay, so he grabs a slice of pizza and he puts change in the counter and he, like, gets his change back and just walks out. Even when he's symbiote, he gets confused. Like, I've seen people put up pictures, like, I love Carnage so much, and they put up this picture of Deadpool being taken over by the Venom symbiote.
There's nothing worse than having, like...
Your favorite Spider-Man villain, right? Is Carnage your favorite Spider-Man?
Carnage is my favorite Spider-Man villain.
Isn't it yours, too?
No, I like Venom.
Fair.
Eddie Brock is the fucking shit.
Tober Grace. I gotta bring up the bads. I gotta bring up the bads, I'm sorry.
What about Topher Graves?
He played Eddie Brock.
Yeah, that's fine. We're talking comics here.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know we were talking movies.
Yeah.
No, I'm just... You gotta bring up the bad for...
If we're talking about movies, I kind of liked
Sandman. His backstory made you feel for him. And
yeah,
they
which
did
is
that.
weird, because Sandman is such a nothing character.
But they did that so well.
But at the
really
very end, like, he ends up fighting ends up helping Spider-Man fight fucking Venom. Is it Spider-Man?
Yeah,
3?
that's the.
Yeah, because he puts the fucking things down.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, okay, Sandman, you're a bad guy, but you're.
I like that movie because at the end it's just like oh, we all have to take out this thing now.
I will say that I love the fact that everyone's like, oh my god, the end of Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield, he grabs the fucking sewer drain and he like swings it down and hits the. You guys will never know what happens.
Yeah.
The Sinister Six doesn't exist. What they were leading up to the Sinister Six won't happen because Andrew Garfield can't keep his loud fucking mouth shut in front of Sony executives.
It's really depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't matter for you because you're a DC guy, but like for a lot of Marvel,
I do like Spider-Man though. I think he's a great character.
I just feel
He
bad
speaks
for
to every little nerdy kid, like
he really does.
even Miles Morales, like.
Yeah, that's the reason Miles Morales became Spider-Man.
And Miles Morales still speaks to all the nerdy kids, just of the next generation.
Yeah.
You don't like Deadpool. You prefer Deathstroke.
I prefer anything else, but yes.
You hate it.
That's fine, but there's a certain level of Deadpool that I kind of appreciate. Being somebody who, like, I've never been a part of a clique. Like, I just jump around a lot. Deadpool's kind of the same way, and I can kind of feel him because, like, in everywhere he goes, he's never actually accepted.
That's also why I really like Cable and Deadpool, because, like, there is one Deadpool that is a separate, like, clone version of him that basically has, I mean, like, along with it regenerating him, it also, like, because they couldn't get the cloning process right, it heavily slowed down his metabolism. So he got really, really fat. And that was, like, the joke of that thing. And then there was also Bob from Hydra, which Bob from Hydra is probably my second favorite character in all of Marvel. And he's just a Hydra agent that got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and now he's really good buddies with Deadpool. And there's a point where, like, Deadpool and Bob from Hydra are just, like, walking somewhere, and Captain America fucking sees Bob from Hydra, and he gets ready to take his fucking head off. It's like, Deadpool's like, no, he's cool. He just likes wearing the costume. He thought the costume was cool. Don't kill him, please. Because Bob from Hydra is just a guy, and it was a paying job. And there's just, like, all these people, and, like, it's just, like, they all work at, like, a hub. Like, the chunk Deadpool starts selling out, like, assassins and stuff like that, because that's what he knows. And it sort of becomes, like, this weird, dumb fucking family for Deadpool.
Yeah.
And he's finally accepted by random shit instead of actually seeking out something.
Right. That's because he wasn't able to be a part of the Avengers.
Wasn't able to be a part of the X-Men, even though he, like, has an X-Men costume specifically made for him.
Yeah.
He's still not an X-Men because he's not.
It's just depressing, like, because we get it. You know, there's a lot of parent deaths. There's orphans. There's all this shit. It's just nice to see a superhero that doesn't have your typical, like, you know, ending to it.
Yeah, and his life tragedy isn't, like, parental death or loved one dying. His life tragedy is his existence. His life tragedy is his life.
Basically. And,
Okay.
and then he doesn't have feet. That was for you.
Thanks.
Okay, I understand that you hate Deadpool. Do you hate why I love Deadpool?
No, you give good, valid reasons on why you enjoy the character. You're not a person that's just like,
Chimichangas!
Chimichanga, he fired
Pancakes!
Like, I can respect a person that delves deep into a character and enjoys them.
Even if you don't enjoy that character.
Exactly.
Can you respect somebody that delves deep into a character and doesn't enjoy them?
Yes.
Because I'm like that with Big Boss.
Like,
I delve deep into the character, but I fucking hate Big Boss.
now if you just hated Big Boss because
Because I can.
you can, that's not a valid excuse.
Keep that, listeners, keep what Jonah just said in mind for what's up my ass this week.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is it about me?
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
But we'll get there.
Okay. I don't like people that like a character because he's, I don't want to say mainstream, but he's on every t-shirt. People who get their Deadpool story arc from t-shirts and what is selling at Hot Topic.
That's fair.
If you're not educated on a character and you defend them.
Okay, that's different. I don't have a problem with people wearing, call me blasphemy, but I don't have a problem with people wearing band shirts even if they haven't listened to the music just because they like the design. Because there comes to a certain point where you're like, I really like this design. All that remains. That's such a cool quote.
But if you wear Deadpool's abs and
that's different. That's different.
Like a friend of ours does.
If you fall in love, if you're like, yes, I will defend Deadpool to every brink, and you don't have anything to defend him with, that's different. But I don't have a problem with people just liking the look of things. Like I like how the Batman symbol looks. Like, have you ever read Batman's? Like, no, I like how the Batman symbol looks. Like, well, you're not a real nerd. Ugh. And they're just like,
right.
I have a problem with people who are like, they're so stuck in their ways of like, oh yeah, I'm a nerd and I have to be a nerd about everything because if they can't accept, a lot of guys will do this to women that like wearing it. And the problem is they can't accept, they have to go through this entire test and rigmarole, and they wouldn't do that for a guy that wore it. And that's because these are a lot of guys that can't get girlfriends, and they think it's because they're nerdy, and it's not. It's because they're assholes. And if girls are nerdy too, then that doesn't compute, and they can't live in their fantasy of, girls don't like me because I'm a nerd.
Right.
And that pisses me off. That was what was up my ass. Now we can get to what's up your ass.
Holy shit! Well, is there anything else that we want to talk about this week?
Well, I mean, you guys talked about your favorite comic book, so...
Oh, what's yours? Besides Batman.
Oh, I think Batman's not my favorite comic book.
What is it?
My favorite comic book...
Matter Eater Lad.
Matter Eater Lad, no.
Shut up.
I'm going to buy you the whole,
Please.
series of Matter Eater Lad. My favorite comic book is really a toss-up between eras. Is either very, very, very old Green Arrow. Like Robin Hood looking motherfucker Green Arrow.
No, I agree.
Or the Brightest Day, Darkest Night Green Lantern.
Nice.
You are a Green Lantern junkie.
I love the Green Lantern.
I think that would be... That's why you're so butthurt about Iron Man beating Lex Luthor. Because,
Because the lantern ring and he didn't get to use it.
That's not the only thing, but there's plenty of... The mass majority will say that fight was not fair.
It doesn't matter. Iron Man won. It just proves who's a better fighter.
Even my father. We told my father about that fight.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, he's like, oh yeah, I've watched Death Battles before, Yeah. And we're like, yeah, they're on even playing fields, no preparation, no nothing, everyone's fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Lex Luthor versus Iron Man is in a Stark Industries building. My dad goes, well, that's some bullshit. My father, a man of God.
Okay, nothing he pulls is from that. And that... Go ahead, watch it. He never pulls a fucking thing. Actually, Lex Luthor...
He has...
The Hulkbuster?
He has...
That drops from space.
No, it does not.
No, it comes from
It's
a
in
box.
a crate that Lex Luthor throws at Iron Man. In the Stark Industries building.
Right, but he has other ways of getting it to him.
It would take longer. Even in Avengers 2. Even in Avengers 2. It takes at least 6 minutes for Veronica or whatever the fuck the name is to get to Iron Man. And that was with it following him because he knew he was going to need it. I'm just saying, if you give a person the option of every single item in their arsenal and then give the other person one, that's an unfair fight.
Not really.
That's like giving Batman...
Let's
like giving
also
Batman,
called his thing in and it was there in a second. Like, it doesn't make a difference.
That's like giving Batman a Batarang and taking his utility belt away from him. Just you get one Batarang, no utility belt, fight Superman.
Batman would still win.
No, he would not. He would not.
It's already predetermined that he has that contingency plan, and he's had that since he met Superman.
Which he carries on his utility belt.
I think he'd sneak it off. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be like a Batman junkie, I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure that Batman would walk away from that fight.
I think he would use Superman's sense of right against him to not kill Batman.
Hey, but if Batman, hey Superman, look at all these babies I'm holding. What's she gonna do?
I think if it was Injustice Superman versus Injustice Batman, or any Batman in the universe, Batman would die in an instant.
Yeah, because Superman pulls punches.
Injustice Superman does not, because he's taken over the fucking world and wants Batman dead.
Iron Man wins.
I would not be surprised if they redid that death battle.
But they won't.
Because of how much hate they've gotten from it.
It's still up. And Iron Man wins. Look, man. Say how you will. You go through all the death battles, there is a fuck ton that I disagree with. But in the end, I have to come to the grips that, like, they do research and then they put it into a random generator. That random generator generates the thing, and then they make the fight after that. After the fact. Alright? So when the random generator comes through and they have all the information inputted, this is what happened. I don't know what the percentage was, but the percentage outcome, even if it was 0.01% more in Iron Man's favor, that's what it was.
Well, then we have a Splatoon moment where it's just random.
Then it is. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
We had an argument through messaging just because, like, when it's 50 on 50, like, that's not going to happen often because it also counts decimals and then decimals with that. And if it's exactly 50 and it awards someone a winner, that sucks, but that's not going to happen every game.
Yeah, but they'll destroy somebody's KDR. They'll destroy somebody's win-loss ratio. There's no KDR in that game.
Well, there isn't a certain game mode, but yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like KDR
how
is
often,
like
how often
also,
does this happen?
There is Splatoon news.
What?
Tomorrow, they're launching a new game mode.
Really?
Control Tower.
Oh,
There's
God.
towers that shoot ink that you can take control of.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep, there's that, and there's also 2 more weapons coming out.
Yep.
Neat. What weapons? I haven't looked up anything on Splatoon because I don't want to. Like,
One-
I didn't want to know anything.
One is
about
like a new like shotgun style gun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I believe, and I can't remember what the other one was.
I can't remember. I think it was like some sort of pistol.
Yeah. So.
But I can't remember. I had more Splatoon news, and I don't remember what it was. They explained why they had. You can talk about this. Why they only do 2 maps at a time.
Why?
I read this article and I meant to link it to you guys, but did I?
No.
No.
Okay.
So this is good for us.
So the creator was interviewed, and they were just like, okay, you've gotten a lot of hate for this 2 map at a time, like rotation. Why is that? And he said, I did not want people to choose weapons loadouts that were good on every single map.
Yep.
I wanted people to adapt to the changing maps and pick their weapon loadouts accordingly. That way, not everyone's using the roller because it's generally good on every map.
You messed up your phrasing there, I think. The reason why you can't switch weapons is because of that.
Good.
Like it doesn't the reason why you click in
You're right.
is you click in with your weapon first. Then you get chalked into a random battle at any map. And
Which
the
I
maps
like.
yeah. It's so you cannot have a weapon already pre-designated for a map.
That being said, I would like it if they told you what your teammates were choosing, because there's a difference between like, oh yeah, you can't choose a specific one for the map, and we have 4 snipers.
What I think is that you cannot pick an item, or you cannot be on a team that has 2 or more.
I think that'd be good to be implemented.
Because it sucks if you're on a team that has 2 rollers and 2 snipers. That's just bad luck.
Yeah, but that's not like.
But that's not 4 snipers or 4 rollers.
And even then, it's fucking like you have 2 people to cover the ground, 2 people to get kills to stop from covering the ground that are long range. It's not even a bad layout.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you don't suck. Yeah.
So that's that.
What's up your ass?
Wrap up time. Channel first.
Right.
What's coming out on the channel, guys?
We're finishing VJ.
We're going to put Beautiful Joe to a point where we think it's good for stopping, and then we're going to move over to another game and then finish Beautiful Joe at a later date.
Well, then know it's Alice.
Yeah, I've already announced that it's Alice.
Right.
Which I'm super stoked for.
Jonah's been playing through Alice pretty hardcore. Well, we kind of need to let people know, for anybody who listens to the podcast, that exclusive information.
Right.
We don't have the file.
Yeah. It got corrupted.
Yeah.
For Beautiful Joe.
For Beautiful Joe, we're only getting to a certain point, and then the uploads are going to abruptly stop. If we can pick back up later, we will.
I'm going to try and play through the game and get the exact same power-ups that I got.
Yeah.
No, or better. I mean, if you're not under pressure, you can go back into it and
you
play
can go back and
more
play
shit.
as you want. Yeah. I mean, as long as we get the gameplay done, I don't mind if it's a little different, and I think they'll understand.
The premise of the story won't change, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's any life-altering story questions that you have to answer, which I know there isn't, make sure those are the same. That goes for any of us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if we play Fallout, I think Fallout, you have to make certain choices, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, if you were to replay, say we played through Fallout, you lose the data, and you replay it.
I have to make the same exact decisions.
The same exact decisions no matter what.
Yeah.
So, but we won't lose data on Fallout because that won't be thing. Also, I think me and Jonah are in agreement. I will be uploading Phantom Pain, and he will be uploading Fallout 4.
In stream episodes.
In stream episodes.
So they will be very long episodes.
Yeah.
About an hour long each, if we can swing it that way.
And Zach's also been playing Bloodborne, so you'll be seeing Bloodborne updates after I do my playthrough.
Yep.
Which my playthrough is right after Jonah's.
Do we want to tell the people what you're playing?
I don't think he's actually fully decided yet.
I have.
Oh, you have?
I have, but
you've said that 4 times now.
No, I had it decided, but I kind of... Wait, have I already announced what I'm playing?
No, you have not.
Even in the I'm Sorry video?
We've given hints. We've been
and
dropping
even
hints.
one of the Alice videos. Okay, no, I know what I'm playing, but you guys got to have yours be a surprise, so I'm going to keep mine a surprise for now.
Okay.
Okay, and then every other one of them probably won't be a surprise unless we want to keep it super hidden. After that.
They just get randomly uploaded.
That's fair.
So people just have to stay tuned and see the new uploads. So, and we're going to be jumping back on track with our uploads. We might have a system that'll be a little bit better, and we might be having our uploads every day around Monday through Friday, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Because Zach can do it, and he's always off work at 6.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so.
Except for on Saturdays.
Yep.
But Saturdays don't matter because
it's
of
a
the podcast.
See? Look at that. And what's on my ass this week?
Yeah.
Is people...
Bears.
I like it how you're just staring at me.
Who argue things, but have no logical point for their arguments.
This can't be me.
But I feel like you know who the person is. Fuck it. I'm not going to name names, but I'll bring it up. I had a discussion with somebody on the lovely social media site that we all use and love.
The Book of Faces.
And on that site, I love people who have their opinions. Because I love talking to people. And me and Jonah, like it's been stated before, we worked in a comic book shop. Of course we had lots of hours to just blow. So we'd talk about video games and shit.
We would argue all day. And we would get heated, and a customer would walk in, and we'd hear ding! And we're like, welcome to Titan Sound. How can we help you today? It was so funny because Scott's face would still be red from yelling at me.
And Jonah would be like shaking.
I'd be
just
like in the corner, like, welcome to Titans. Don't beat me again.
So, but at least me and Jonah's conversations have substance.
Yeah.
The person I argued with had nothing more to say about how bad this game was than it was just a bad game. And it's not a bad game. It's actually a pretty good game. I don't think I need to say what game it is. I don't need to name names. All I'm saying is, in general, and I mean, I'm still kind of fuming over the fact that, like,
DDR.
it's not. It's DDR.
That story mode is intense.
Because I
I'm
believe
your
that
little butterfly.
if you have passion for something, good on you.
Right.
If you stand up for it, even fucking better. Don't be silent. Be vigilant. Fucking talk about what you love. But don't knock on somebody else's fucking shit if you don't have a logical reason to do so.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna sit there and make fun of fucking giant space whales and shit. If you know,
I'm not gonna say in the next sentence that it's also a really good.
that's not also a good game. I will say both. I mean, fuck, we got our legendary Dragoon from that fucking game. I mean, we have probably one of the most solid Dragoons in the entire series.
Sid was in the first one.
Sid was also in 4, but he wasn't a dragon. He wasn't
Sid
a
wasn't in
dragon.
the first one.
He wasn't in FF1?
The
No.
Sid was not introduced until Final Fantasy IV.
That was the first, and he was an engineer. He used a fucking wrench
Neat.
and mallets as his weapons.
That's cool.
I don't know how he went from mallets to spears.
He was introduced in 3.
You sure?
Yeah, he was in I remember.
Oh yeah,
seeing
because
it.
he worked with what's his face's dad?
Yeah.
Kane's dad.
What's the first game that Biggs and Wedge were in?
The first one.
They were in 4 as well.
The Biggs and Wedge have been in every single Final
They're
Fantasy.
the only constant character in the whole series.
But no, and like I will openly say, if it's not out there yet, it was over Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Lots of people have been debating it. You know, it's a terrible game. It's a good game. You are entitled to your own opinion, as wrong and ill-mannered as it may be. That being said, though, is that if you're gonna argue that, you better have some good fucking solid shit to bring it up. Like, yeah, you might have some problems with some of the characters. You might have some problems with the storyline and shit like that. But you better have reasons why.
Right.
It's for the same reason that, like, yes, I prefer Silent Hill 2. I think that it's probably the best in the entire series, if not one of the most like solid survival horror games ever. That's a big thing coming from a Resident Evil guy. But Shattered Memories, in comparison, isn't as good. It's not. I mean, if it was
anything but a Silent Hill game, it would have been fucking amazing.
it would have been. Now Downpour was bad either way.
It was Dingledorf's adventure into the Dark Realm.
Are you using my description for FF8?
Yeah.
If Final Fantasy VIII wasn't a Final Fantasy, people would have thought it was the hype as shit.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Maybe you'd know. In Super Mario 3D Land, you play as Toad Guy.
Toad, yes.
Toad.
No, fucking Sergeant Toad.
Captain Toad?
Captain Toad. And you have that
Minigame? Yeah.
That minigame. That minigame was originally supposed to be a Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
The reason why they remastered it is because it's better done as Captain Toad because he can't jump.
Right.
He's got so much shit. It wouldn't have made sense to do it as Link because Link technically can jump. What I'm saying is, like, that's a good example of how, like, Final Fantasy VIII, looks better, or would have been better if it was a different name, whatever.
Well, just along the lines of, like, after the utter demolishing hype train that Final Fantasy VII had, and then Final Fantasy VIII come out, and it was like, you know how you like materia? Too bad. Grind for magic.
You know what would have been great?
What?
If they would have named Final Fantasy VIII something else, and at the end credits, it rolls, and it says, thank you for playing Final Fantasy VIII.
That would have been great.
So many people's minds, people would have just shot themselves.
I think that would have overhyped Aerith's death.
What does that have to do with Final Fantasy VIII?
Like, Final Fantasy VII was super hyped because your fucking healer died. If 8 did that, you'd be like, fuck 7. Like, did you hear about the shit that 8 did?
Oh, yeah.
Like, 8 fucking just, like, overhyped it.
Aeris's death wouldn't have been what it was. Like, it wouldn't have gotten the amount of hype that it did because Squaresoft didn't overhype Aeris' death. Gamers overhyped Aeris' death.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. But, like, after everyone being like, oh, yeah, Aerith's death, the reason it's overhyped is because after FF8, 9, and 10, and 14,
You don't
and
count 9.
10-0...
9 had Vivi.
I know. But, like, I mean, along the lines of that, like, it's still talked about. It's still talked about as one of the most groundbreaking moments. If FF8 would have pulled that, and then Aeris' death would have still been as talked about, like, as talked about, not, like, still talked about, but still, like, held in such high regard then it would be overhyped. Bad people at arguments.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
No,
I think that's it.
Yeah, good podcast.
great.
It's long. How long was it?
About 2 hours.
It's not bad.
It's almost 2 podcasts, so it makes up for last week.
And no, our podcasts are usually about 2 hours long.
Yeah, they're usually about an hour, hour and a half. Hour and a half. I
Yeah.
meant an hour and a half to 2 hours.
There you
Hour and
go.
a half.
Hour and a half.
Jonah Maggard, 2015.
I dropped my Harlequin in my lasagna.
I literally said that. Was I streaming when I did that?
Yeah.
I was streaming Game of Thrones, that's right.
So,
Which I still need to beat.
anyways, guys, thanks for listening to us. Thanks for keeping up with us for all 5 of you. I'm kidding. Take it easy. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.
We'll podcast with you later. Thanks for podcasts.
Yeah.
Alice is next.